What the fuck lyrics are those to that song?
Stop it! No. Stop it. It's mumbo jumbo. I don't think it's actually words. Mumbly jumbly. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast, your weekly source for video game news, machinima, and survival horror discussion. Sometimes, usually not. Updates on the ward, also not very often. And more. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich.
I have a did you know that today is the coldest February 4th in 100 years, and temperatures at 6 a.m. were minus 32.2 degrees in Ottawa, which is where I live, which is minus 26 Fahrenheit. And it's the coldest it's been since 1923 when it was minus 36.1. This morning at 7 a.m. it was minus 40 degrees Celsius and Fahrenheit because it's the same thing. That's how fucking cold it was.
That's crazy.
Record.
Did you say
record?
Minus
how much
like
is the zero here, but
minus 40 degrees Celsius is minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It was like massively below freezing. There was snow and ice caked on the inside of my window, and I could scrape it from my bed.
What the fuck? I'm pretty sure that temperature can kill you.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Minus. I mean,
it was okay. I slept in a hoodie.
Can kill you.
Alec Funnel.
Can kill you. Fahrenheit.
Did you know global warming is a piece of shit?
Wow. Did you guys plan that together?
No.
It's just fucking cold.
Yeah.
And I like Carmen De La Cruz.
Yay! Okay. I have no.
Where's your did you know?
That when it snows,
that I'm not good under pressure.
Lee is holding an empty bottle of tomato ketchup. There you go, Jazz.
Why is it empty?
Because he ate it in your honor.
But why is it empty?
Yeah, refill it, Lee.
Get that shit filled out. It's like a gas tank. If you leave it empty too long, you could die.
You will die. It's
Hey, Sean, do you have a did you know?
Yeah. Did you know that the world is stupid in 2023?
Yes.
Yeah. For a lot of reasons. Not okay. So here we go, everybody.
Break it down now.
when I flew to Atlanta last week, like in the airport, I got McDonald's. And how much do you think it costs to get just like a regular combo? Just like a 10-piece chicken nuggets.
$16.71.
$14. But still, that is way too much money. And like, yeah, I get it that, it's a little bit more expensive in the airport and blah, blah, blah. But like, even if you just go to McDonald's anywhere, it's like a combo, you're paying like $11 or $12 for a shitty McDonald's meal. Like
I
that's
dare
crazy.
you to go get a combo at KFC.
Yeah, sure. It's like $16. Yeah. More?
It's like $20 for like a 2-piece meal.
Yeah, but like
your dollars are not the same as our dollars.
Like for
your
us,
dollars are more. They're like 1.3.
They'd probably be like 16
more.
or 18, probably. If you adjust it.
Whatever.
Yeah, either way. Wow, either way, it's too much money. And then like I went to Dunkin' Donuts, and they offered me, like, I was getting just a dozen donuts, and they're like, hey, would you like a peppermint mocha? And like it sounded really good.
Ew.
And I was like, sure, why not? I'll give it a shot. And then like they didn't tell me how much it was going to cost until I got my bill, or I pulled up to the window or whatever. And that shit was $5 for a medium.
Yeah.
Like that's more expensive than fucking Starbucks. What the fuck is that?
No, it's not.
I mean, I haven't been to Starbucks in a while. So last time I was at Starbucks, that's what you would pay for like a large, like premium coffee, like a latte or something like that.
$8 for my coffee at Starbucks.
But that just kind of feeds into my point. Like, what the fuck is going on with the world? Good Lord.
Merchandising.
Ooh.
Eggs are $7. Going to the grocery store is like a huge pain in the ass, because like now you got to pay 10 cents for a fucking plastic bag, and that's
or just 5 bags.
It's if they offer you. Well, yeah, if you buy all right.
Buy reusable bags.
Not that's it. Yeah, how many though? Like if you're like me,
I bought 6
when I go shopping. I buy a lot. Like, I don't go to the grocery store like fucking 6 times a week or whatever the fuck. Like, I go like once a month. And when you do that, like, you end up with a shit ton of groceries. Like, we're talking like 20 plus bags of groceries. That shit adds up. But
okay. Reusable.
10 cents is fine. Okay, whatever. It's annoying, but it's manageable. But the problem is places like Walmart, they don't have plastic bags at all. So like if you need bags, you have to buy the dollar ones, like the fabric ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Bring your own.
Fucking quick. Well, yeah, but okay, so at some point in time, you're gonna have to buy $20 worth of fucking bags, and then you can bring them.
I got $6 worth of bags. It's fine.
Just bring a little wheelbarrow.
But that's just I don't appreciate that shit. Like everything, fucking sugar taxes.
Sean, you have
everything.
to think about Canada, how global warming's affecting jazz, and how the Earth's
I'm wearing
more
long
and more hotter,
sleeves.
despite it's getting more and more
She
colder.
likes the cold. It's fine.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because it's bullshit.
I love it.
But like the days are gone when it's just like, okay, well, I'm passing by the store. I guess I'll just go in there and grab some things. Like, what do you just always have reusable bags in your car at every point in time? Why? I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah, I also have the little squishy ones that fit in my purse.
I always forget too. And like, I shouldn't have to have fucking bags at the ready, in my car just to fucking go to the grocery store and buy a couple
Sean,
things.
the planet is dying.
Fuck the planet. This is not gonna save the planet, all right?
Sean.
Well, Sean is right, because what they're doing is they're passing on all these like plastic problems onto the consumer when most of the plastic is produced as waste product from companies. Never mind.
I like plastic. Plastic.
Yeah.
So
what are we gonna do about all the plastic bottles from
regulations.
sodas and drinks
Kill
and water
turtles.
and I mean,
they're
you really think that
they're developing
charging us for
fungus.
plastic bags is gonna fucking stop that?
Hey
No.
man, this pen is made entirely of recycled water bottles, and this water bottle is made entirely of recycled water bottles.
But it's just dumb. Like typically when I go to the store, like I leave the store with like a handful of loose groceries, and it's really weird. And it makes me uncomfortable. And I'm not the only one. Like the majority of people that walk out of the store are like that. They just have a shopping cart filled with loose shit. And it's like, this is what we've come to. Because like nobody wants to buy $20 fucking worth of reusable
we
fucking
need to
bags.
help the planet in every way we can. The planet is important. It's the only one we have.
Fuck it, let it burn.
Adapt. And they have,
I don't have my music
did
box.
you know that there are fungi that will, oyster mushrooms can eat plastic?
That is a terrible justification or solution. You will adapt. So like just because we can adapt to it doesn't make it okay or better or good. We can adapt to the worst possible like situation in life. Doesn't mean we should.
Everybody drink. Shatter just said Sean loves Village.
God damn it.
Do you know what, Sean? What you need is NFTs of plastic bags.
Yes, please.
But they're DLC only.
Yeah, of course.
You buy the plastic bag and you have to get the handles separate with extra charge later.
Yeah. Yep. You got to do it right.
They could have released the bag with the handles, but they didn't. They waited a week and then released the gold edition of the bag, which has handles.
Gold edition of the bag.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyways, what are we talking about this week?
The world is garbage. That's my point. That's my did you know? Did you know
that's the problem.
that the world is garbage? There you go. This week we're going to be talking about the death of the Xbox 360, the Resident Evil 4 remake walking a fine line, and the Sons of the Forest getting delayed but only in spirit, and much more. But before all that, Spirit. Alec, how was your week? We're going to go with Alec this week.
Yeah, because he didn't start first last week.
First, I want to solve the mystery of what's going on with Shattered and my door. Yes, I have a door.
It's a new
Good
door.
Why is it not green?
It's all nice and unpainted and unsealed. And
did you not have a door last time?
It probably smells like fresh wood.
It's been there for quite some time now. It doesn't have a handle, but yeah.
Does it smell like new?
It's not a full door yet.
Does it still smell like new?
I don't go to doors and
that
sniff
new
them
door
and see if they're
smell.
new.
Will you smell your door for me, please?
Alec,
I want to see.
Okay.
But he has nothing to compare it to. Take
It
a picture of the
smells-
smell so we can see it.
Yeah,
I'll send it in an NFT form, okay?
please.
Does it smell like fresh new door still? Like
No, it smells like
fresh
shit.
wood?
Right.
What have you been
my
doing
week.
to your door?
Yeah. Well, I ran out of toilet paper. So I played the Lego Movie, the video game. I played
Musical.
the musical. I played all of the Resident Evil 2 board game stuff. We played them all, done them all. So yeah. Other than the giant alligator and death from murder from above, but yeah. And they're really fun.
My God.
So yeah. Just a few things up because it was fun. I was in one scenario. I was playing as Ada. I can't remember if I said this last time, but I was playing as Ada. Mr. X was on my case like throughout the campaign, and so I'm just like, okay. I take down Mr. X by myself, and then my next card is a tension card that basically revives him instantly. And then I use Ada's intrigue technique ability, and she just like stares at Mr. X, and Mr. X goes back down again. It's like, sit back down. So that
Sit
was
down
fun.
forever.
Intimidation.
Yeah.
Blah, blah. For 20 points of damage.
I was also playing as Tofu. I took down William Burkle with my knife, just shanked him to death. So that's fun. And also, I played as Brian Irons of Chief Irons. One of my friends was like trying to push the liquor towards me in the board game. So all I do is my next turn, I just close the door behind me, and so the liquor goes after her again. So I'm just like, everyone's gonna die. So yeah,
Everyone's gonna live.
so that was really fun. I played a bit more of The Last of Us 1. Not entirely sure why I bothered, but I got a little bit further.
You not like it?
No, I struggle to enjoy it, but yeah. I played Danger Zone, which I am enjoying. It's a bit like the original Burnout games, so that's good. I played Human Fall Flat. I played Time Crisis with a gun, and I managed to get to play Die Hard 2 with the gun. So that was fun. I was like, just go around shooting everything. Even
Die Hard
survivors.
Trilogy 2?
Yeah. No, Die Hard Trilogy 1, but Die Hard 2, them plain.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yes. Yeah, so that's a thing you can play with the G-Con. So I'm just like, bang, bang, bang. Police officer, bang.
Wow. All right.
So that was fun. I played 2 new to me games. One was Dragon Ball FighterZ. It's pretty much like Marvel vs. Capcom style game, but with Dragon Ball characters.
I heard that was really good.
It's not
But
good to
if
me.
you don't like Dragon Ball Z, I mean,
I do.
Yeah.
I do like Dragon Ball Z and Super. Not GT, but but yeah, the AI was too fucking powerful. I'm just like, yeah, no. So I played.
you know what that means, right?
I'm shit. I need to eat.
I was gonna say you got to get good, but I mean, all right.
I also played another new to me game called Cuties Hacked. You're essentially Cuties Hacked. You're essentially a bit like a Pac-Man going around on his screen trying to navigate through the rude girl's picture. Yeah. I probably won't be playing that again.
If it was a guy, maybe.
No.
No?
Maybe.
I watched a few WWE events, pay-per-views, Judgment Day 07, One Night Stand 07, Vengeance 07, the same night that Benoit did his double murder suicide, so that was all good.
The same night what?
Oh, Chris Benoit is a wrestler. He was, and he killed his son and
his wife and his like 2 kids.
What was his name?
Chris Benoit.
Oh, no.
Let's be real. They probably deserved it, especially the kid.
Wow.
Stop asking me for food, child. God, you ate yesterday.
You want to learn how to wrestle, huh?
This is dark.
It costs too much for plastic bags.
Right, we can't afford to go to the store.
I also watched the Royal Rumble 2023 this year, so that was good. Watched season 4 of Paradise PD. Just meh.
Yeah, it's an okay show.
Yeah,
it's got moments.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's not longer about police anymore. Like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't for very long, honestly.
No. I watched 100 Humans, a show that experiments on 100 humans to answer silly questions like which sex is better. I was just kind of watching it and half paying attention.
I'm kidding.
Wow. I mean, that's... we're not going to...
Yeah. What is a woman anyway these days?
What is a man?
What's
her name? With a penis.
I also watched the Wardcast episode of 184. I love the evil music box that Howie gave to Jazz.
You would.
It's in my room.
And I want to get one with Moonlight Sonata. So like,
that would be amazing.
Beth has one right there, but it's Harry Potter.
And it should be like shaped like a piano.
Yeah. I also watched The Rig, a series with Ian Glenn, Dr. Isaacs from the Resident Evil Alice movie films.
Resident Evil Alice. That's what they should have called it.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
It's okay, actually. I'll carry on with season 2 if they do season 2, but yeah. And so this brings me to Show and Tell, I suppose. I haven't actually played this game, but I got it cheap, so Alone in the Dark. So,
you know what's sad? That I mean, I can't speak from experience, but from what I've heard, that's like the best Alone in the Dark game that they've ever made, and it's the cheapest one for some reason, which means it probably did the worst sales-wise. What the fuck's that about?
This is okay, so that's right.
I can't tell.
Yeah, that's the highlights of my week. So yeah, let's go to Sean. How was your week?
Me? Wow.
What
Would you? Yeah, my week was okay. I worked a whole bunch, and I flew to Atlanta and ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. I watched. It was kind of nice because on the plane I got to watch some movies. I actually got to watch some things. So I watched The Goonies, which I haven't seen in a long time. That movie is not like I watched it once when I was a kid, like a million years ago, and like I have fond memories of it, and I wanted to watch it and see if it held up, and it did not. It's not a good movie. I mean, it's fine. It's not terrible, but there's just things in there that are just like really cheesy, and I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
the point.
But it's not the good. It's like sometimes cheesy can work. Like I don't know. Cheesy can go one of two directions. It can be just like really cringy, or it can be like you can appreciate it for what it is. I don't know. I think the problem is just like in my mind, like it was built up a lot higher than it could live up to, just because, I was a kid and it had a bigger impact on me when I watched it initially. So like I was kind of expecting it to kind of land the same way that it did back then. And it's not really fair to the movie, but I don't know. It is what it is. I watched a really terrible movie called The Ledge, and it had some of the worst fucking acting I've ever seen and some of the worst writing I've ever seen. And of course it's a tale about a strong, independent woman kicking the shit out of a bunch of stupid white men that are, asshole rapists and stuff, because that's the narrative. But yeah, that was interesting. I saw Clerks 3, which was really terrible, which is sad because I like the first two, and I used to like Kevin Smith, but I feel like as he's getting older, he's losing his talent. I guess like every movie that comes out is just like a little worse than the last one, and that just kind of makes me sad. And Kevin Smith had like a heart attack, I think, a couple of years ago, and like that's basically what this movie is about. So they just he kind of forced that storyline into a comedy that really didn't belong in. It was like 90%, like it wasn't funny in general, but like most of the story was like dark and serious and depressing, and like he was killing off characters, and like there was all this, I don't know, just the tone of it felt forced and just out of place, and I don't know, I did not like it at all.
Forever silent Bob.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
And I watched the new episode of The Last of Us, and I played a game. I played one game.
Yeah.
My game of the week. I played Dead Space remake finally. And it's really, really, really good. I'm surprised. Everything. I mean, I haven't gotten too far, maybe like an hour and a half into it, but it's very faithful to the original. The graphics look good, but one thing I got to give credit to Callisto Protocol on is like that game, it looks pretty incredible. Like if you compare Dead Space and Callisto Protocol, it's like Callisto Protocol makes that game look like shit, but it's a good looking game. So, yeah, but that just kind of took a little bit of steam out of like part of the point of doing the remake of Dead Space is to update it with modern graphics and stuff like that. And because I played Callisto Protocol first, like it kind of lost that spark in terms of like visual quality. But other than that, like it does look really good. It plays really well. Again, like the things that they changed in terms of like making the main character talk and like converse with the other characters and kind of play a more present part in the story. So far it's handled really well, and I like how they did that. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited to play through the rest of it. Dead Space is such a good game. I haven't played it in a long time, but like I forgot how good that game is. It's fucking really amazing. And I haven't played this yet, but I had to buy this because it's stupid as shit.
Oh my god.
Farmers versus Zombies. That's gonna be the next game that I play probably.
Sorry guys, I'll be back.
She's got to go stop the birds. Yeah, Dead Space. It's beautiful. I didn't really get to do anything else because I was out of town for a while. I lost my Sunday evening because I had to fly out on Sunday. So like I worked a 6 day stretch of 12-hour days. So yeah, I didn't get to do jack shit. I barely got to sleep. But I'm here. I made it. I still did the podcast despite my almost dying from being
and you were in my time zone for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were so close to me.
So close, but so far. I'm sorry. I
cannot sleep.
I couldn't even explore Atlanta. I had zero time
to do
Atlanta.
You should have. I could have told you where to go. I've never been there.
I told him where to go.
This is the exit. This is where you go.
I don't have a passport.
Well, it's true. You want me to lie?
Sean, you should get a passport.
I should get a passport.
If you get a passport, I'll get a passport.
It's a pain in the ass to get a passport. It takes a bunch of time and a bunch of money, and you're getting one?
Yeah, my mom told me. I was like, I'd love to go visit Sean. She's like, get a passport like that. If you do, you'll have it. I'm like, are you telling me? Oh my god!
I thought you already had one.
No, I haven't had one since I was 6.
Oh.
And that was only because my mom took me out of the country. The only time I left the country was when I was 6. Coming back, I was 7. It was for my birthday week.
Michael, what came out on PS1 as well? Oh, Alone in the Dark.
Sorry, my rig is being shit.
It's funny. That Alone in the Dark was made for the Dreamcast, and then it was ported over to the other platforms. And I have that game on every other platform except for the Dreamcast. Oh, look at you, fancy pants.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Nerd.
So I have show and tells. I have, because I was talking about Dead Space, I have the collector's edition of Dead Space 2.
That's fast.
I don't think they made a collector's edition of the first one, but hey, it's open. Oh,
What?
I can show you what's inside, kind of.
That is nonsense.
Because like even when I open it, I
Sean
still
doesn't
don't like
open
open the
games.
things that are inside of it. So,
Yep.
it's open, but it's not open. But it comes with the game. Oh, yay,
wow.
fancy! I know,
Surprise.
right? I know, right? It's got whatever the fuck this is. It looks like a postcard. I don't know what it is.
Wish you were
Postcard.
here.
Wish you were here being murdered. And the main thing it has is, I didn't assemble this, but it's got like a 3D cardboard. Like you can assemble a plasma cutter, which is like the weapon that you use in the game. I don't know if I can. I've never opened this. I don't know if I can.
Do it.
If I can not disturb the contents, I will open it.
Open it, even if you disturb the contents.
No.
Contents are meant to be disturbed.
No, yeah, I can't do it. But there's a
Do
plasma cutter in there. It's like, I guess, a bunch of cardboard pieces that you can assemble to make like a 3D replica of the in-game weapon, which is kind of neat. It's got, hey, look, a physical copy of the soundtrack. Oh, how about
Oh.
that?
You can listen to it in your car.
You can listen to it wherever the fuck you want to.
Hey,
I
Sean,
can't
Don't
listen.
tell
to it
me
in my
how to
car.
live my life.
if you use that cardboard cutout, do you think you can play Dead Space 2 on the Switch? You know, with those cardboard games they came out with.
Oh, yeah. That would be awesome.
Boop.
Wait, can I open the top? Oh, maybe I can get to it. Hold on.
Hold on.
Nope. I tried. I did my best. I let you down. But yeah, that's it.
Still holding on.
I made it easy.
And
I'm still breathing, but I'm holding on. So.
I've got the collector's edition of the Phantom Pain, which is pretty cool.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
Oh, doggy!
And I opened
Which
this
is-
one as well. Look at that. Look at
That's
that.
it.
Who
That's
are
the-
you?
Yeah, he's
It's
playing
like-
video games. He's opening shit. What's wrong with him?
It's got a little baby replica of Snake's arm there. It's not a very nice collector's edition because like that's all you get is the arm thingy, and then a
Imagine
It'd
if
be
you
much
open it up,
cooler
it just
if it
had the
was
middle
full
finger up like
size.
that.
physical copy of the game, and I think that's it. So you're paying for the box and the little baby arm.
It should be a full-size
May-
arm. That would be
Maybe
awesome.
that would be way better. I think they actually did make a full size
Full
one, but
size
it was
for babies.
And then-
it was
and then
super
what if it was
rare and really expensive, and I think it was only in the UK.
What if it was a full-size arm and then an amputee like actually could use it, and then it'd be like look
They
at me.
didn't. Alec, you would know better than me, but didn't they actually do something like that? Like I think they
Yes.
actually like they had a partnership with some kind of like cybernetics company or something that did like artificial limbs.
prosthetics.
I feel like that was a part of news on a Wardcast that hasn't been
Yeah.
put on yet.
Really?
Hmm,
How dare you?
no problem.
How dare you? But yeah, it's got a making of DVD, and that's pretty much it. Oh, it's got DLC. Oh, my favorite. My favorite. And because we're going to talk about this later, Resident Evil 4 Collector's Edition. Yeah.
No.
And it's in pretty decent shape. What I hate about this is it's so fragile because like anytime you see these, you see kind of that right there. It really annoys me. But like the odds of finding one of these pristine without any dents or anything is like pretty much impossible just because like the material, the shitty aluminum that they made this out of.
Aluminium.
They should just pack it in styrofoam first, and
Well, they probably did. I don't remember. It's been so long since I bought that, but it doesn't matter. As soon as you take it out of there, it's going to get fucked up. That's the moral of the story.
The morale of the
The
story.
morale. Show and tell.
Morale.
Also, I feel like this is fitting. I have this Capcom cup, and
Capcom.
it's broken,
Cupcom.
just like Capcom. It's fitting.
Oh,
It's a physical representation of the
Go on.
company.
Sean, put that cup back.
no. No.
Yes.
No,
Put the cup-
Alec. Alec,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
No,
Right? Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm scared. And I have strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper.
Is it a special Dr. Pepper?
Berries and cream.
Strawberries and cream.
cream.
It's yummy.
Berries
Show and
and
tell.
cream.
That is it.
Show and
Hey,
tell.
Carmen.
Yeah.
How are things?
They are kind of poo poo. Well,
Wow.
actually,
Good
they're
job.
kind of great. They're kind of poo poo. I'm just having a lot of real lifey things going on. My work from home is so I started work from home because of the pandemic. Because I was working in an office, and when all that shit went down, they had they told us like a week in advance or whatever, but they're like, just grab your shit and go home and give us a list of what you
Shit and go.
hey, give us a list of what you're taking home. And so, I signed out like 2 monitors and a chair and my computer and whatever. And so they didn't really have a work from home policy for all this time. They just, how that goes. So finally they're making a formal work from home policy, and there's all these new rules. And like I have to formally request in my time card app, I had to formally request to continue to work from home. And it's on a merit-based kind of a thing, and probationary for the first 90 days. So if I do bad stuff, are you telling me to turn? Oh, yeah.
I was telling Sean to turn the cup around.
Oh. I thought you were telling me to turn my phone on mute because I just heard it do a doop-de-doo.
Well, you could do that too.
Yeah, sorry, I just muted it. Stop it. Hey. So anyway, so I have to like formally like go through all these rules and stuff now. And at home, they're raising my rent $50 a month. So that's fun.
Hey, fucking last apartment I had, the last increase that they gave me went up like $600. So count yourself lucky.
They forced you out. My most favorite apartment I ever had, they raised the rent by like $800.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it?
That's fucked up. There should be some kind of law against like how much they can increase it in one go.
Well, no, and the way my
here.
Aren't you fancy Canadian fuck?
Miss my country takes care of us kind of a shit.
Sorry.
Anyway,
they love me.
But Miss, I
Not
have
my fault. You guys are better than us.
kind of a thing. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I had to deal with that. And let's see, what did I do? Are you gonna ask me what I did?
What did you do?
Okay, I did stuff. I watched games. I know.
You're gonna ask me what I did?
Stuff.
I did stuff.
I played games. I watched games too. I think Jazz mentioned last week that I was watching her play that Poppy
Poppy Playtime.
Poppy Playtime and the Die Young. Yeah. And I watched Jazz do a little bit of Die Young, and I liked it so much I bought it because it was only $5 on Steam. Yeah, it was only $5 on Steam. So I bought that, and it was very good. So that was the game that I played. It was technically, I started it last week, so I wanted to play a new game this week, but I didn't get around to it.
How dare
because
you.
I was going to start to play Star Trek Online, but hey, Alec is dead.
It's because I held up at the letter L, and he thinks I shot him.
Oh.
You told me to Die Young, so I did.
Yeah, so young. I was...
He's complying.
I will be doing that later today, but it had to update a patch or a thing, so I was waiting for it to download and update and all this, so I didn't get to play it. But I played more Revelations also, and I'm really liking that game. But I'm only halfway through, and I thought I was near the end. So I think I'm at the end of chapter 7, and there's like 12 chapters, and I was like, oh, stuff's really coming along now.
Yeah, she's like, I'm almost at the end, and I'm like, what part are you at? And she's describing. I'm like, oh, you're at the pool. She's like, there's a pool. I'm like, all right, you're not almost done.
You're like 10% in. Good job.
Probably like 50, give or take 10.
Previously on Reddit, maybe.
Jazz hates that game, so
Yeah,
So
sucks.
So this is like a month ago. So I won't mention it because I probably already mentioned it. But did I mention that I watched The Fault in Our Stars?
Possibly.
no.
No.
I mean, you told me, but I don't know if you told the podcast.
I don't think you told the podcast.
Because I always say the stars in our fault.
The Fault in Our Stars by John
I've seen
Green.
that movie. It was terrible.
I saw it and it was only okay, but it did make me cry. And I did cry on page like 174 or 274, whatever.
Criteria.
There's like a little droplet. Something like
Did the
that.
smell of the wood
Somewhere
make
in
you
there.
cry?
Huh?
Did the smell of the woods make you cry?
Yeah, please add an S to woods.
The book smells very booky. It's great. But it's just, it's sad cancer stuff. And but I did watch that
As opposed
movie
to
because
happy cancer stuff. I'm sorry.
Congratulations, you have cancer! Yay!
I'm dying.
And-
well, I'm dying more.
That's exactly yeah. And then the whole yeah, that happened. And then I watched the original Willow in preparation of watching the new Willow. I watched the original
in preparation of watching the news.
No, in preparation of watching the 1980 the new Willow, I watched the 1988 Willow.
Yes.
And I watched The Princess Bride again, which was
Marriage.
just as awesome. But I actually
Wings
watched it.
Together.
I actually watched it in French because I was trying to like expand my brain with the like language and stuff.
Ooh,
And so Andre the Giant, who was Fezzik, is French, and so this is on Disney, but I don't think Disney originally owned it. But Disney does great, absolutely fantastic voice dubbing in other languages. Like they're always on point. They always sound like the character. It never sounds weird. It always sounds just the most perfect. And I think Andre the Giant dubbed himself over for the French version because it's just so on point, and he speaks French, so it would make sense if it. But I tried to look it up and I couldn't find anything about that. And I'm starting to watch Star Trek Enterprise because I'm watching Star Trek from in chronological. Oh, damn. I messed up. No, I didn't. No, I'm doing right.
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to watch it.
What?
I'm trying to watch it in timeline chronological order of as far back. And I think it's fine. It's fine. But I'm watching Star Trek Enterprise again.
It's good to see you step outside your box and try something new.
Has anyone seen the show Extraordinary?
Nope.
Not yet.
Never even heard of it.
It is good. It is a British show where now I haven't seen Heroes, but it's maybe kind of like Heroes, but not. Where what?
Cup of tea.
Anyway, so Extraordinary is where everybody has everybody in the world has a superpower, and it starts to manifest
gotta
when
be equal.
yeah. So everyone has a superpower. Some of them are kind of lame, so it's kind of a little bit like Mystery Men or whatever, but like everybody has superpower. Some of them are great, some of them are lame, but everybody has something except for the main character, because you're supposed to get your superpower when you're like turn adult, but the main character is 25 and she's still waiting for her power and she doesn't have a power. And
she was adopted.
It's pretty funny. It's I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. Oh, my show and tell.
Michelle and tell.
I
have a moniker too, Alec.
It's not much to. Wait, no, that sounded bad. That sounded. What I mean is, I have a show and tell. It's a new tablet. It's a Kindle Fire, and I bought a pretty case for it, which is also very pretty, and it matches all my, like it matches my phone. Oh wait,
Does it overheat? Is that a taser?
No,
like
I have a taser, but no, I was trying to show that it matches the design on my phone, except my phone was in the holder, and there's a thing on there, so you can't see. It doesn't matter. And you know, my mouse and my computer and my mouse pad, and I have this whole Galaxy theme going on, and that's it.
But what's the good news, Lee?
Yeah, Lee, that sentence doesn't make sense. Where's the good news?
I think he means good news. Resident Evil Village has finished installing on my Xbox Series X, and now I can shoot it.
Ah, okay.
Twofer.
Oh, before this leaves my mind real quick, sorry to
Survivor.
interrupt you.
I'm done.
But I was looking at I think it was on Facebook, and somebody posted basically like, oh, is it just me, or is like Resident Evil 7 and Village, like, do those just not seem like Resident Evil games? That thread got blocked.
You should have been like,
the comment section was barred. Like, you're not allowed to have the opinion in the minority that this doesn't feel like a Resident Evil game. Don't talk about that.
What site was that again?
It was on Facebook.
I've got to leave that one then.
It's fucking bullshit. Yeah,
Facebook
it really
doesn't
made me
matter.
want to leave. But like,
Facebook
what the fuck
does
is
not
wrong
matter.
with us that we can't even have a conversation about that? And that is the right conversation, by the way. But whatever. Anyways, you may continue. I'm sorry. I just remembered that.
I didn't have much else to say. I forgot even what I was saying, but I was just saying that I was just saying some bullshit that I have everything Galaxy themed.
Do you have Super Mario Galaxy?
Is your phone a Galaxy?
No. Yes, it is.
Super Mario Galaxy.
Space.
I think that's where it started.
Space.
Is I got a
The
Galaxy.
final Galaxy.
The final fun.
Final Galaxy too.
I want to know, with the Star Trek Enterprise, who won?
Picard.
Who
The
won?
red coats.
Yeah, people entered
brown
the prize.
In the Battle of Serenity.
Wait, no. Go ahead, Alec.
In Star Trek, they entered a prize, and what did they win? Who won?
Hardy har har.
Yeah,
Enter
how was
to
your
win.
Starfleet,
Enter a
obviously.
prize so other people can win it.
Starfleet won, obviously. Oh, and I got my first Star Trek. I don't know where it is, but it's bullshit. I tried to buy my first Star Trek, like memorabilia kind of a thing. My first bit of merchandise ever, because I'm not really big on that, right? And I bought it off Amazon. It was just a little sticker decal that I was going to stick on my car, and it is bullshit. And I wrote a bad review, which I don't know if it. I wrote it a week ago, and I don't think it's showing up on their page yet. But I wrote them a bad review, and I wrote their customer service, and I said, this is bullshit, because the sticker was not what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be an emblem of the Starfleet logo with the Starfield with these 3 stars. And anyway, it was missing like half the shit. And I was very sad. So that was my non thing. My non show and tell.
Did it have like a M, like in McDonald's M, or?
No, not McDonald's. No,
Burger King.
It's a Starfleet emblem. I don't have it on me right now. I could look for it, but you know, it's a Starfield, and then it has like 3 stars, that are like the diamond-shaped stars, like with 4 points. Has 3 of those, and it has like a laurel wreath, like encompassing the Starfield and just some dots, and it doesn't matter.
It looks like the Pontiac logo upside down.
Does it?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at it. I don't know what the Pontiac logo looks like, but I will have to look it up.
It looks like the Star Trek upside down.
I don't know, but I'm done. That's all. So that's all I got.
So hi.
Are you okay now?
You said it like you're in trouble. Jazz, how was your week?
Like, I need a bed. Maybe I'm expecting like her arm to be like cut off or something.
Yeah, just like, hi. My week
You're
was
holding
cool.
your arm in the other hand. It's like, yeah.
Somebody ate half my arm.
Yeah.
Week was a week. It was 7 days. 7.
Seven.
Are you sure it was an 8?
I don't think I did much this week. I mean, I've been watching MASH, and I've been watching FBI on Paramount Plus, and something else. What else? Oh, we finally watched that movie. That's the reason we got Paramount Plus. I went with my sister to my mom's, and we watched
cool.
that movie. Oh, The Lost City. The Lost City with Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum.
Oh,
and Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
It was
Daniel Radcliffe.
It was good.
No, it was Harry Potter.
It was Harry Potter. Like when we first see him, I just like looked at my sister and I was like, "Is that Harry Potter?" But it was funny.
It was good. Channing
the
Tatum.
trailer doesn't do it justice, but it was really funny to see Channing Tatum being like a super nerdy, like random Brad Pitt, and he's like super like amazed by everything Brad Pitt does. It was funny. Then me and my mom, don't remember why, but I just like randomly, because there's new episodes of Ghosts, that show that we watched on also on Paramount Plus.
That show that we watched on
there's like, it's fine. There was 2 more episodes, so I didn't tell my mom. I just like left work a bit early and I ordered Chinese food across the street because she likes it from there too. And then I just like called her on my way to her house and I was like, "Don't have dinner." And she's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Just don't have dinner." And we watched those 2 episodes and had some Chinese food, so that was fun. And then because it was so early after those 2 episodes and I didn't want to be like, "Okay, bye." We watched a movie called A Walk in the Woods, and that movie was good. It's just like these 2 old guys who do the Appalachia Trail, but they're like so old that like everything goes bad for them. And it was really funny. Like it was a good movie to watch with like your mom. So we did that, and I probably watched other stuff, but I don't know. FBI is just a show I watched. It's 5 seasons, and it has the main actress from Rookie Blue, and I really like her. She was in some other stuff too, but yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much what I watched. Other than that, I spent like watching wise, I've been on YouTube a lot. As you guys have noticed me just like posting that I watched some like I listened to 911 calls, like super dramatic 911 calls from this one YouTuber that I subscribe to him because he has a lot of videos and I listen to them. I think he's called like Your Maker, like You Are Maker. And he has like comments that he does, and it's often like pretty good. But those are fun to watch. And then I've been watching a lot of Charborg videos, and I recently subscribed to this channel called Life of Legacy. They make like spooky videos. It's like these 2 guys, they like get an email from someone who's had like, "Oh, my mom's acting real weird and I need your help," and they go and like to spend the night there and put up cameras and see what's going on. But it's like super fake and scripted, but they do it just as entertainment. And I don't know why, but just I get so entertained by watching them because the people in like the costumes for like the demonic or whatever people, they're like really like over the top sometimes. And this one guy's always like, "God, we gotta get out of here. We gotta go home." And the other one's like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "There's a girl in the woods and she just disappeared." He's like, "Yo, that's in the woods. We're not here for the woods. We're here for whatever's going on in this house." And like, it's just like super, like, I love it. Plus one guy's always wearing sunglasses and it's always like dark when they go. Like they show up at people's houses at midnight. It's always pitch black. They never turn the lights on in the house, which always the same house almost. So I don't know. It's just funny. You guys, I'll link you guys and you should watch some. They're entertaining. And then, other than that, I played 2 new games. Because, yeah, I mean, like I played a lot of PUBG, but one new game I played is I did play a lot of it. I was playing it a little bit before the Wardcast, but I'll have to get back to it because I didn't play enough to get an opinion. But it was Call of Cthulhu. I think it's like a HP Lovecraft thing. Not quite sure yet what it is exactly. So far, I'm just walking around town asking people like if they know where this person is. Yeah. So I'll get back to that at some point and let you know more. And then, as promised, I played hide and seek. Sorry, I have the wrong notes up. 35 millimeters. I don't like it.
Oh, that game! That
Good start to your new segment.
Yeah, that indie game.
So I played the game we were talking about. And it was terrible.
No. I was playing hide and seek with my friends. Yeah, it's really slow. So far, I've walked. Yeah. And like,
so just walked.
Does it have like, do you get weapons and like, can you fight, or is it just like?
You start with a knife, and I was like walking around with my knife in the woods, and like.
So you can attack.
Yeah.
Why was there hesitation?
Because I haven't.
Is there an attack
yet?
But you can like swing a weapon, right?
Did you attack the darkness?
You can take pictures. It's not even dark. You can take pictures of stuff. Can
you attack? You can take pictures of stuff.
I took pictures of because it's you and your brother, and he walks really slow. So at one point I walked off, and then I come back and I see him just standing on the path. And as soon as I get close, he keeps going, and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm supposed to follow the path. So I like slow down and start walking at his pace. And then the subtitle on the game is like, you can go explore and your teammate will catch up. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I just fucking run off. And then I find there's a backpack tied to a rope on a tree. And I'm like, oh, my knife. So I take out my knife and I don't even have to swipe it. I just walk up to the tree and it goes like, it just cuts the rope. And I'm like, I didn't even get to use the knife. And then it brought me to a hospital. And your character's like coughing and dying because everybody's got like some sort of, well, like I'm guessing nuclear poisoning or whatever.
I was gonna say COVID.
There's just dead bodies everywhere. There's drawers that you can open, but like sometimes if you click on the drawer, it just goes like the sound, and then you have to keep clicking, and eventually it'll open because the game is stupid. So like it thinks it's open, so you click on it again and it closes it, but it's still closed. So the controls are crap. Like they're so like they have to look at this thing, so like you have to like do this until you line up exactly to it, and your dot gets a little bit bigger to tell you can interact with it. It's really slow. The only thing that I had to actually fight against was a bear, and I turned around to take its picture, and it killed me.
Oh, there's finally something to fight. Let me get my camera.
I tried to kill it with my knife.
8 feet tall.
The bear didn't even touch me, and I died. Like I had my knife, and I was like, "Let's go, bear!" And I'm like, he's like, and then I died, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So, not worth.
I'm buying it right now.
It's a waste of how much money?
I paid like $4 or something. It wasn't expensive.
$4 too many.
And on top of that, there's subtitles. So I don't know if anybody who likes to read the game that they're playing, because it's not in English. The game is in Russian.
That sucks.
So you can turn off the subtitles if you're fluent in Russian, which I'm not.
Oh my god, you're supporting Russian.
They didn't say potato, so I had no idea what they were saying.
I can say Gaspodanya.
Yeah, I did. I don't even think they said that yet. Pripyat, Chernobyl. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that was 35 millimeters, and it can go to hell. Go to hell. And then, other than that, I mean, I guess I will start it off because it's episode 185. I decided to do something special since we're counting down the last 15 episodes before 200.
200.
So, in order to do with this countdown, what I did is I started looking up games that came out in 2015, and it had to explain this a few times because it doesn't make sense, but that's just how I did it. I want to count down the next 15 episodes. Like, start at 15. This is 15 today. I looked at 2015 and picked my favorite video game from that year that came out. And I want to do this every time. So, like, 14 episodes before will be 2014, and so on until 2000. All
supposed to do this?
Yeah, you were all... Well, you didn't have to. But...
I got distracted.
Alec did. Carmen got distracted, and I don't know what the hell Sean's been up to.
I told you during my week.
I'm looking right now. I'm looking.
So, the game for me, the game that came out in 2015, that was my favorite of those games, came out on November 10th, and it is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! It wasn't a hard decision. As soon as I saw it, I stopped looking.
I don't know. You must have. Wow.
Which at the same time kind of
so
segues.
You're picking just your single favorite game of that year?
Of that year, yeah. Yeah. And it, like, obviously something you've played. This is my favorite. Yeah, I haven't played it yet. Yeah. And then to segue from that into my show and tell, I decided that while I was grabbing this, I might as well grab this. This is a case that Sean sent me. It's the steel box for Rise of the Tomb Raider. And it's got like the cool little pattern with some writing in it.
It's embossed too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I guess if that means 3D. Yeah.
Yes.
It's got like almost like it's like a, not a brick, but you know, like ancient stone.
Marble? So wait, no, let me see.
Kind of marble, but like cement. Just yeah, like granite. I don't know. Some kind of rock. We'll just name rocks for the next half hour.
Marble. I think it's marble.
I can't open it.
Marble?
Gray marble.
I didn't know they made
Marble.
that.
And then inside it says Rise of the Tomb Raider, and there's nothing because Sean likes to send me empty cases, but it's fine.
Wow.
I'm kidding. It's fine. I have the game. I could just put it in it.
That's the one that came in that like envelope, right? Or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. You gave me an envelope.
Wow.
I don't know if the envelope came in the case.
No, the case came in the envelope. Fine.
Yes. There is an envelope, and it's tucked into one of my Tomb Raider books because I was afraid it would get bent when we were moving stuff around in my room, which some of my stuff did, but I didn't want to bend that because it came from Colorado.
Colorado. I was actually able to pick one because it was super easy for me because The Witcher 3 came out that year. So, I mean, 100% it was The Witcher 3.
Okay.
It's one of my favorite games of all time. So,
I looked them up.
Yeah.
And I've not played it yet, but it was something that I was interested in enough to purchase, which was Dying Light.
Cool.
And the only other one that I did play that's on the list was Life is Strange, but I only played the free first chapter because I when I had the Google Play Pass, if anybody remembers the Google Play Pass, it was free on Google Play Pass, and I had Google Play Pass for like a year and a half, but then they took it off of Google Play Pass. So they like took it back from me. And then and I had never played it in all that year and a half that I had it. So then I was left back, back to the drawing board. I was left back with the first chapter, and it was okay. I'll play it eventually one day. Life is Strange. I'll play it.
I saw Life is Strange on that list, and at first I was like, oh, I played the shit out of that game though. But then I'm like, no, because Rise of the Tomb Raider. I can't not. Like, I have to. But what about you, Alec?
Well, I actually put Life is Strange as favorite 2015.
Because it's stupid.
Wait, whoa. That year, The Phantom Pain came out.
Yeah.
So he picked Life is Strange.
Seriously?
Yeah, because it's actually a complete game.
Life is Pain.
Yeah, but that's not entirely fair. There's plenty of reasons to shit on that game, but in terms of like what is there and like the way that it plays, like it's a really good game.
I would still rather play Life is Strange than Metal Gear Solid 5.
Damn. That's fucking crazy. All right.
But
Can I say?
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say another one that I've not yet played, but I do own and I do highly anticipate is Revelations 2 is on that list.
See, that's on my list.
So Life is Strange. No, I would have liked that game 100% more if Allison Court was Claire. That's the only reason I'm like salty about that game. I enjoyed the game and I played a lot, and we played fucking co-op raid mode, and we had tons. I'm a cowgirl, but it's not Allison Court, so I have to be salty.
I am confused, and I'll have to look it up later.
It's
the
not
things
Claire.
that bothered me more about that was her redesign and just like the way that they were like Revelations 2 is probably one of the most egregious Resident Evil games for like going outside of like the realm of what a Resident Evil game should be, because like with the whole
ghosts,
like I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, like they took things in a not great direction, and I feel like that game was at least partially responsible for going in the Village direction, because like even Code Veronica was a little, it started to do some weird shit, Resident Evil 4 also did
Nemo,
that, so like
want a high five.
It's not just Revelations, but I feel like that one it sold well, and it was like it was in the time where Resident Evil didn't really have its identity, and it kind of went back to horror, but like the way that they did it, like I don't know, I feel like the attention that it got and the sales that it got, like that it speaks volumes to the developer. It's like, okay, well, this game's doing really good, so the fan base must like this kind of content kind of a thing. You know what I mean? So it kind of guided things in the more modern times of Resident Evil to that direction, and I hold that against it.
But hey,
I'm excited though.
You guys can do couch co-op with it.
Can we?
Yeah, but it's not very good. Like raid mode's fun, but
Kermit
the co-op's
just wants
not.
to play games with people.
I'm always like, hey, do you have this? And you're like, and Jess is like, I only have it on I only have it on the Yeah,
I don't like playing.
But consoles are money. Consoles are money, and I probably sank like $200. No, probably like $150 in games over the past
Jesus
since I've been doing the Ward thing again. So past year or something, I've dropped like $150 in games, which for me is like a lot. And they're all on Steam, and they were all on sale, and I have like 70 some odd games now. But
instead of having 70 some odd games on the PC that you can't play with anybody, you could get a console.
I could have like 3 games, yeah. Or like a console and 1 game or something. But
did you, Alec, on Life is Strange, did you have more?
I was just going to go into why.
Yeah, why?
Sorry, who
well, except for the machinima reasons.
Yeah,
was it my fault? I'm sorry. It was an accident.
Okay, so with Metal Gear Solid 5, yes, I did enjoy it, but I struggled with the gameplay. Some parts of the gameplay I struggled with it making no sense. Like some of the dialogue, and it's been later revealed that that was cut dialogue, so what Venom Snake says, it doesn't make sense to the scene because it was actually
referencing
to another thing. That, and there was parts of the story where I couldn't actually understand which character was actually talking. It's like, was it Ocelot? Was it Venom? Was it the old guy? Because some scenes they sound so familiar. I'm like, what? And Life is Strange, when I first played that, it was just refreshing. It was different.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's you can get a bit bored with it because you're just walking around. The
walking parts, it's kind of like...
It's very slow.
Fuck!
But I like it how when you got to episode 4 or 5, it went, oh, okay. And so it had a good story. So I'm not going to spoil it for you, Carmen. But yeah. But I actually played 14 other games in 2015.
Holy
So
heck.
yeah, it was actually a good year for gaming. So Life is Strange, MGS5, Grim Fandango. That was okay. That was remastered. Resident Evil HD remaster.
Oh, that was 2015.
Yeah.
Can't change your
Wait,
man.
Honestly, I still have to pick. I'd still go with Witcher just because, like, it's like I had played and
I
experienced.
thought you would, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a good number 2 though. It's number 2.
Number 2.
Saints Row Get Out of Hell and Saints Row 4. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Resident Evil 2 Revelations 2. Final Fantasy 10-2 HD Remaster. Goat Simulator.
Oh, I'm changing mine.
Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
That was a good ass game.
Yeah.
I Am Bread.
Yep.
Yep.
I gotta reevaluate.
Did you say bread? I am bread?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in a loaf of bread? Or like
Yep.
I went out and...
Nope.
You play-
Loaf of bread.
You play as a single slice of bread. You got to try and get into a toaster.
How dare you?
And then there's Until Dawn.
That was a pretty good year.
Yeah, and finally Fallout 4.
Yeah, like there was a lot of really good games that year, but like it was a done deal for me. Like there was a lot of really, really good ones and like a lot of my favorite titles, but the all-time favorite of that list had to be Rise because
Right.
I remember
That's how I am with The Witcher.
I remember when when each of those games came out, I got them on the day of, except for Rise because they originally said that it was only coming out on next gens, and I didn't have one of those, so I only have 360 and PS3 at the time. And then so I was like getting kind of like annoyed because I had no way of playing it, and I was like, oh man, I gotta wait because they were like, oh, maybe I'll get a PS4 at some point. Who knows? And then I was at EB Games and I was getting something else, and he's like, did you find everything you're looking for today? I was like, well, I'm kind of like, and I see the fucking Rise of the Tomb Raider Xbox One and PS4 behind them, and I'm like, I would love to get that fucking game, but I only have a 360. He's like, we have it on 360. I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, they actually like released it.
What
I'm
are you
like,
talking about?
what? But this was like a few days later. Like it wasn't super long after. So I was like, he's like, yeah, and he comes back and he's like, we have it, and I'm like, is it like used or brand new? He's like, well, it's brand new. I'm like, he's like, do you want it? I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay, so I'm like, I don't care how much it is to fucking put that shit on my thing now.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, it was pretty much that. So I came home and then like
You
I
had
don't even
me at
remember the other
Xbox
game I got,
360.
but yeah. Well, I have it on PS4, but I got it like the anniversary one that they released on PS4, digital. But like I get the games on digital for other consoles when I already have them on here, like at one physical copy. But for Tomb Raider, like I probably end up at some point buying it on, like I'm probably gonna get the collection with all three. But like other than that, like as soon as I get those games, I spend days on it. I'm like, you won't see me. I'll beat it all in one shot, and then I'll be on that forever.
Forever.
Took me fucking 8 hours to play Shadow of the Tomb Raider in one sitting. I had to pee so bad. Yep. Yeah.
I feel like we should have talked about this after the news because this was like a segment.
It was supposed to be like everybody was just gonna say
New
what their favorite game of
segment.
that year was. And it'll go a lot
But you
faster
can't
next
say it
week.
without explanation.
Yeah, it'll go a lot faster
it's not
next week
just
because
like
it'll
a
be like, hey,
list.
now we're at 2014, and you guys will know to say it in your weeks.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
feel attacked.
Yeah, you
It's
better.
rude. Well,
Yeah. Hey, since it's technically still my week, I totally forgot to add real quick. When I was cleaning my room and shit, I found my old camcorder that I got for my birthday when I was 19. And it's got all these little, like, tiny little tapes. And they're not labeled. So I've been watching them. And then I found my shitty, like, $40 capture device from Amazon. And it actually connects the camera to the computer. So I've been finding old videos of when I was like 19 years old doing stupid shit with my friends. and I'm like finally able to put it on the computer. And there's like family footage in there. There's like cottage stuff. So I'm pretty happy. So yeah. So I've uploaded a few, so you guys can find them on my YouTube, or I can link it to you through them because they're. Me and Carmen watched one yesterday, and it was just you could swear that I was on drugs or drinking, and I was doing neither.
That's
or maybe you're so fucked up that you don't remember.
No, I was just drinking Red Bull and eating pizza. Watching anime.
That's the exuberance
Red Bull
of
is
youth.
a drug.
That's when you like have almost no worries. Like
life
hasn't beaten you down yet.
Yeah, what did I say? Like you don't hate life because you haven't gone through it enough yet.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's me. I'm done.
Hey, Sean, what time is it?
Time for some news.
Ness.
God, make a new intro.
You make a new intro, you ass.
I will.
I'm busy.
Shut the fuck up. It's news time.
Oh, sorry. I hate that show.
You should put that. Shut the fuck up. News time.
Wow.
STF.
Go away. No.
It's
time for news again.
Actually, no, it's fine.
It's time for some more news. What?
I was because I saw Ellie jump on the helicopter and I totally forgot to say that I watched the Last of Us show. It's fine.
Oh wow. So you did?
Mm-hmm.
All of it?
Mm-hmm.
All 3 episodes?
Mm-hmm.
Alec, have you been watching it?
I do not care.
Are you surprised?
No, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's worse.
Where is
I'm gonna watch it as soon as
I'm gonna watch it.
You never gave me the password.
What?
You never gave me the password to watch it.
Oh shit balls.
The hippos.
So it's your fault,
I'll give it. Well, I need to give Carmen it too. So I'll do it. I'll do it this week, and we'll talk about it next week. All right.
Share and share alike.
Wow.
Caught up.
Rude.
It's actually really fun. You can just make fun of it the whole time, Alec, and it's really enjoyable.
There's plenty to make fun of.
Marvelous.
Okay. First, we just got a little trailer thingy for a Tomb Raider game.
Tomb Raider?
Kind of. We talked about this a while ago. It's a shitty mobile game, but it actually looks pretty decent for what it is. And hey, you never know. Maybe they'll put it on one of those, gift card earning thingies, and I can play it that way. But anyways, it looks interesting. So we're gonna watch a trailer.
Two guns, one mask, and a whole lot of bullets.
It's Crash Bandicoot.
She's Chibi Laura.
Her backpack is open. Things fell out.
Yeah. How's she gonna shoot all them without her glasses? They fell out.
The prescription. Why?
Why are there trolls?
Is that a Charmander?
I know. I love her already.
Tomb Raider. Chibi boobs. Coming to mobile.
Chibi Raider.
This shouldn't exist, but since it does, like I like the art style. It's kind of cool. And like I like that kind of, I mean, I don't want to play it on a fucking phone, but I like game like dungeon crawler game, like top down isometric kind of games. So like Tomb Raider and that kind of a game can work. I wish they would have spent more money investing in like a real video game and put it on a console where it has content and quality. But
Sean, you're a little bit out of sync with audio video.
Wow.
He's good. I see him good.
Then maybe I'm out of sync with.
I think it might be you.
Vision.
Yeah. Wow. But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. It's a thing that exists. It looks better than I thought it would. So maybe, like I said, if the opportunity arises where I can play it on my shit, make some money off of it or shit, I'll probably do that. But outside of that, I don't really give a shit. Well, I guess if they eventually port it to like, if they put it on like the PlayStation Network or something, and they give it trophies, maybe I'll try it that way. We'll see what they do, but it could be worse, could be better. Alrighty, let's dive into some news, everybody. Ho ho ho! Exciting, uplifting, wonderful news. If I can find my goddamn thingy. There it is.
Tell me. Okay.
7.
The 7. The downfall of the Xbox 360 marketplace has begun. It's funny, we were kind of talking about this just recently. Microsoft is initiating the closure of the Xbox Live Marketplace for Xbox 360. They have shared a list of 46 games that will be removed from the marketplace effective next week. Some notable titles include Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed 3 and 4 and Liberation, Blue Dragon, Castle Crashers, Dark Souls, Jet Set Radio, both Left 4 Dead's, Lost Odyssey, which was an exclusive to that system, Limbo, Mass Effect 2, Prince of Persia, The Witcher 2, The Orange Box, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Like some pretty some pretty noteworthy titles that are disappearing from the marketplace there. And some of these are digital only as well. So like when they delist them, they're just gone. Downloaded
if you already if you already bought it, and that's what confuses me. So they kill the listing so no new purchases can be made, but are they also rescinding it from, like, if I had it on my hard drive and I go to boot it up, is it no bueno?
I was literally about to talk about that.
Okay, I want to make sure.
Yeah, no, you're good. Downloaded copies will remain playable for the time being, but once the marketplace is shuttered, you will no longer have access to these games if you experience hard drive failure, if data gets corrupted, or if the game relies on some sort of digital validation, some kind of network connection, or, you know, if they decide to pull the license from you, which they always have the right to do so. So yes, for now, these titles, anything that you have purchased will be playable. And you can re-download it as long as the network is up. But we'll talk about that. But yeah, so make no mistake, this is just the start of this happening. Expect to see more articles like this popping up periodically, where you're going to see more than likely like blocks of 50 or 100 titles just kind of disappearing bit by bit. But I find it interesting that how they're rolling this out in terms of like blocks. You know, we talked about like once this happens, you know, people are going to really start to realize the effect of this, of like the whole digital games disappearing. But the way that they're rolling this out, they know what the fuck is going on, and they're trying to make the impact seem less substantial by doing it bit by bit, rather than, oh hey, we're shutting down, kind of like they did with the Wii. You know, hey, the whole Wii network is just going to go away. You know, people were pretty vocal about that being a problem, and that's a much smaller audience than, say, like the Xbox 360. So to avoid that impact of, hey, the whole Xbox marketplace is going down, and then people backlashing on that, they're going to do it bit by bit. You know, a couple games here, a couple games here. You know, they're going to be doing it over time, but eventually it's still going to have the same impact. It's just not going to be as dramatic. And they're going to avoid a bigger outlash because of that, which is pretty fucking scummy. Like, you should be more transparent about like how this is going to affect people, right? Because, you know, maybe this block of games doesn't affect you, or you lose 1 or 2 games here and then a game here and stuff. It doesn't seem as bad. But if it's just like, hey, your games are gone, you know, or like this is the beginning of your games not being accessible, like that has a much bigger impact. So I figured they would handle it like this, but it's really disappointing to see that they're just, you know, trying to, you know, skate by with this kind of bullshit.
Yay.
Have a conversation about it. Like, this is a thing that's happening. This is how it's going to impact people, for better or worse. It is what it is. And then
death do us part.
And then address
Oh,
it.
wow.
It is what it is. In a related article, Microsoft accidentally posted an article on their support page stating that the Xbox 360 marketplace would be shut down in May of 2023, which is more of what I was expecting. But I guess, see, and they were planning that because they had a full article typed up and ready to go about, hey, the marketplace is going away in May. And they probably got a backlash, and they probably had concerns about that. So guess what? It disappeared. And then a spokesperson said they confirmed that is not going to be the case. However, they did confirm that the 360 marketplace will be shut down over the course of the next year. So again, they pivoted, right? Instead of, everything's going away and then people are going to freak out, they pulled back and they're like, oh, well, it's going to shut down over the next year and we're just going to do it in pieces because it just looks better. It's more palatable. But I still feel like once that happens, like at the end of the year and the entire marketplace goes away and people, well, I mean, it's going to be a little while after. It's got to get to the point where the network is completely removed. Like you can no longer download games and you can no longer like
play with friends,
re-download, right? Like, because like
Tespoo.
At the end of this year, you're not going to be able to purchase new things. Like that's not going to be the big impact. As long as you have access to your library, people will be comfortable with that. It's going to be the next wave where the network drops and then, oh, I have to buy a new hard drive because it died. Let me go re-download my library. Oh shit, I can't. Like that's when it's really going to hit. So this is the beginning of that happening, but it's still a little ways away. Be ready, it's coming.
Tespoo. So, okay.
What?
I want to say 1.5 things.
Okay.
Number one, it's very possible that they only accidentally to judge people's response to it.
I would
they
be surprised.
Accidentally released it. And I'm sure you'll be talking about this soon, but somebody else accidentally released something.
Sean accidentally released gas
into the atmosphere,
ensuring complete global fluctuation.
Somebody is going the way of Blockbuster pretty soon if they don't get their act together.
What, GameStop?
No.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that later.
Oh, Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
No, we can talk about that now. I didn't have that in the news.
Oh wow.
But go ahead. Go ahead.
Netflix similarly accidentally released their new policy on their password sharing and how they're not going to allow it, and how you had to log in once every 31 days from your home device in order to get off the dang doggone biscuit. Go.
You have to log on just for that?
You have to log on from your home device in order to keep your shit active. And I forgot, I got distracted by the cat. But but yeah, they are receiving some backlash from that. And they were only supposed to be testing the not password thing in a couple of places. Someplace in Africa, and I don't recall, because I was just gonna like casually mention it. I didn't like have any notes written up or anything.
Yeah, I mean they've been talking about doing this for a while now in terms of like cracking down on people sharing their accounts and whatnot. So I don't know what all that leak entailed, but this isn't surprising. I mean they said that this was going to happen, and you have to assume that if they're gonna roll that out, they're gonna do it to the most strictest extent, because people are going to be heavily impacted by this, so they might as well make it like financially viable to do so.
And they're gonna charge you more for the ability to log on to other devices as well. I think something like between $3 and $4 extra on your account in order to have the ability to log in from other devices. And but people are leaving in droves.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. And Netflix doesn't even, it's not even like the best platform out there anymore.
I barely use it, but I don't want to get rid of it because disenchantment.
It just depends on what you're watching.
I barely use it, yeah.
Well, because if you want like all the Star Trek stuff, right? That's going to be a platform, and then if you like HBO's got its demographic, and I feel like Netflix is kind of somewhere in the middle. So it is more appealing to like your average audience because they want variety. But again, it just depends on what you're looking for.
I don't know why Disney doesn't just
Netflix
buy
used to
Netflix
have-
and be done with it.
Who?
I'm sure it's coming. if their stocks dip low enough, it might happen.
Who?
Disney.
Yeah. But anyway, Star Trek used to be on Netflix. Netflix used to have.
Pay your
Apparently,
Disney
Mickey Mouse
Plus.
is going to be public domain soon. I just thought I'd throw that out there.
What is Winnie? Winnie the
Disney.
Pooh became public domain a couple of weeks ago.
No, Mickey Mouse.
Oh, no,
you mean
they.
Nemesis.
I think what happened with Mickey Mouse is that they changed the public domain rules where it used to be like 75 years after the death of the author. They did something wonky to keep Mickey in the public domain.
Cheese.
They covered their asses and they did something wonky, and I don't know the details. I just remember vaguely hearing about it, but I can get back to that. I can look that up. But
I don't think that's changed. I'm pretty sure it's still 75 years. Everything becomes public domain.
They must have changed hands. They must have given Mickey to some. They did something. I'm telling you, they did something. I don't know the details. I need to look it up. But
well, whatever the fuck that is, it's some shady bullshit because you're not supposed to be able to do that.
I like that our train is just derailing so hard right now.
Corporation's gonna corp. But okay.
And it's Disney. Corp. Disney has all the fucking power in the world. So like, if somebody had the power to do it, it would be them. So
Disney's just a 2-year-old. This is mine, and this is mine. Oh,
that's so good. Okay.
Speaking of digital games being removed, Sony is removing the games library from the PlayStation Plus subscribers.
Yay!
As a perk for PS5 users, part of being a PlayStation Plus subscriber gave you access to a library of 19 noteworthy PS4 games playable on PS5. This includes games like The Last of Us, God of War, Batman Arkham Knight, Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition, Until Dawn, and a bunch of others. Unfortunately, Sony has decided to remove this service effective May 9th, 2023. You can still, just like we were talking about, you can still download these games and have access to them. If you download before that date, you'll have access to them as long as you continue to pay for PlayStation Plus in some form. But new adopters post May 9th will no longer get this perk.
I have a prediction that is probably Captain Obvious.
Plus.
This will cause a rush on their stores, and let's say that like you expected it to always be there, and so you know maybe you're getting around to buying that one game, but you didn't yet. Just assuming that it'll always be on the platform for when you're ready, not platform, the store for when you're ready. But now they're going to have like a rush of possibly people, maybe I'm guessing, maybe a little bit of a going out of business sale kind of a thing before it's fully taken away. Or I could just be, just spouting shit.
It's kind of irrelevant because they can change this at any point. They gave, it's like all this kind of falls in line with all the what is it, the PlayStation Plus games of the month or whatever the fuck it's called, games with not gold. What is it called? What are the free games called on PlayStation?
Free to play.
Is that what they call it? I don't remember. Whatever it is, like once a month,
the monthly
free games.
Yeah, once a month they give you like 3 or 4 different games to choose from. You can download them all for free, and it works the exact same way. Like as long as you subscribe to PlayStation Plus, you have access to those games. But I mean, all it takes is for them to revise their policy, and they can just remove that from you because like it's a benefit of having PlayStation Plus, and the terms of subscription services are always changing. It's just like it's essentially the same thing as a Netflix. It's like, oh, if you pay for Netflix, you have access to whatever movies we say you have access to until we decide that you don't. These are the same way. It's like that you didn't buy any of these, you get them as part of having PlayStation Plus, and that's a perk until they say it's not. or until they decide, okay, we're going to get rid of this block of games and then you can download this block of games. It's always changing, and it's based on how they want to run the play. So like they don't owe you shit. You don't own any of these games. You can lose access to any of them at any point. And this is just a bigger block of that compared to, you get 3 games a month, but it seems it falls in the same category.
Mm-hmm. I really super much hate to agree with you, Sean, on the whole digital is
very kind of you.
I super much hate to agree with you. Not just I hate to agree.
I super duper much think your opinion is bullshit, but
I mean, no,
you may continue your insult.
I'm not trying to insult you. I agree. We agree on a lot of things, but hey, I thought you were booting me.
Like this?
Wow. But anyway, yeah, companies have been getting really bad. Feels like over the last few months. But I always feel like it's always darkest before the dawn, and I'm almost a little bit happy that not happy that it's happening, but I feel like all these companies are going to fuck around and find out. You know what I mean? They're going to eventually, fuck over their subscription base so hard that they're going to get a backlash, and they will have to reevaluate how they want to do business and how important their subscriber base is, and how important it is to keep your word and keep your promise, and be transparent about the way that you're going to operate your platform and operate your stores and things. I promise, I feel, this is a prediction, and I think I said it last time too, that there will come a day where there's some class action lawsuits or something, and it's going to change. It will.
You must not have seen that episode. Most of these services, when you agree to use their platform, you agree that you're not allowed to sue them for X reason that you're talking about. Like I do
get that.
Yeah, you're opting out of that position. So that's not on the table.
I do get that, and but every company does do that, where they have their terms of service that force you into arbitration rather than going to court, and I understand that. But there are some laws that cover the base backwards also, and say, like you do have a right, no matter what, like if they're in certain circumstances.
Let's get
digital. I think it's possible. I think it's possible that one day there will be some suits to do some shits.
Carmen has a dream.
I hope so, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
We put up with shit. Like that's the mentality these days, is like we just whatever the majority says, whatever's the norm, whatever's the acceptable level, like that's just okay. It's fine. Whether it's good or bad or constructive, like if
democracy
in the public eye, yeah, right. If in the public eye, if that's acceptable, then it just will be. And that's what these are. These subscription services are acceptable. Digital
until it's not.
We'll see. Mm-hmm. We'll see. But yeah, I've been talking about this for a while. Like this is the nature of a subscription service, is they're going to, like, the cost will rise, the benefits will fall. That's just like they're going to make it, they're going to have more incentive to jump on board, right? To get as many people into it and used to it and relying upon it as possible. And then they'll slowly shift things into their favor, where they can get more money for less, and then they can do premium features and extra services. And it's like the Netflix thing, right? It's like, okay, well, now you can only have one primary account access this from their logged in device, and then if you pay us extra, then you can stream it to the other places, like you've been doing for since the service has been available. And fucking Amazon did the same thing. It's like the whole reason I paid for Amazon Prime was because they would give you a discount for buying video games. And it's like, okay, well, free delivery as well, and it's only $80 and everything seems great. And I got
too sometimes,
and I got used to it. And then the price went up and the game discount went away and the price went up again and Amazon Prime Video got worse. Like, this is just how it goes. This is what happens. But people just buy into it, and we create these things. We're enabling this to happen.
We made the monster.
Yeah,
we made the monster.
It's fucking stupid, but we should know better. Like, clearly they're going to get away with whatever they can. Whatever we allow them to get away with, they're going to get away with it. Why wouldn't they? So
because we're gonna voice our opinion with our dollars, and with like quitting some of these services. And maybe we won't, but maybe us in this room, in this chat, might not, but like the younger generations are a lot more feisty and a lot more like less tolerant to injustices and more like fuck around and find out kind of a thing. Like they're quick to do some shit. Promise.
We'll see.
That's my opinion. Hey, if Jazz is gonna walk away for a minute, I'm gonna walk away for a minute also.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to continue with the news. Thank you, Alec. I appreciate that.
No. Okay. I'll be listening. But I need to. I've been drinking some wine, so I'll be back.
Yeah, so Scott said the comfort zone is lethal to good consumer practices. There are way too many D&D fans who are holding onto 5th edition D&D, even though Hasbro sucks. Yeah, I mean, we're all guilty of that to some degree. Like I am with Resident Evil, right? I still buy it. I still support it, even though I'm thoroughly displeased with it, right? You get invested in a thing and you're more likely to support it. And that doesn't mean it's worth supporting or that it's good. But we get into these routines and we become reliant upon things and we feel invested. And yeah, it's a problem. I admit my part in it. But yeah. What?
I like 5th edition.
Wow. But no, it's just like people, even if like the public opinion is Netflix is garbage, a lot of people are still going to keep it.
I mean, it's not garbage. It's just
theoretically.
There's so many different streaming platforms now that Netflix doesn't have a huge selection, and if they do, like, we've seen it all.
Right. I'm just saying, like, as an example, like if they were to be complete garbage, there is a large audience out there that will continue to keep the service because they're used to it and they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But is it large? Will it be large?
It's not gonna, like, you're gonna have like the immediate backlash of like an influx of people who are like, okay, I'm not going to deal with this, I'm going to leave. And then once they're gone, you're still going to have a pretty sizable audience that's going to stick around with Netflix to deal with their bullshit, is what I'm saying.
Okay, but
they're not going to continue. Like, they're not going to continue to bleed a massive amount of viewership unless, well, I mean, it's possible, but it's unlikely unless they continue to fuck up in this direction. But you're going to have, like, when you have that shift, this big change up front, you're going to have a big falling off. So like it looks more dire right now in the moment than it's probably going to be unless they continue to fuck up, which is possible.
But how about this? Okay. So remember when we were talking about how corporate greed and their projections for projects in terms of video games are like out of control. Like they're wanting too much, they're expecting too much, they're estimating too much. And they get used to like, or they see in their minds a number that is far above realistic, right? Right. So with that, they're going to operate and expect to be at a level of this is as their subscriber base. But if you knock off even 30% or whatever, then they're not going to, it's still going to hurt, even if it's not like, I'm not expecting like 100% of the people to go away, but it's still going to hurt their bottom line, or their top line, their profit, really. It's going to show in their numbers. It's going to show in that they're in their shares or whatever, that they're not meeting the expectation that they had for so long. So it's going to hurt. They're going to notice. It's going to, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like even just it'll, I promise.
I get what you're saying, but that's not necessarily true, because you're going to have a large, whatever, let's say 30% that fall off, but with their new policies, that vast majority, that other 70%, they're going to be put into a position where they've got to pay more. Not only with,
but not double.
Not right now, but like I said, things continue to climb year over year. They're going to continue to raise the costs, and that's just the base subscription cost. Like the transit part of why people are leaving is because almost everyone that's going to stay is going to be paying whatever $4-5 extra to be able to stream to multiple devices. So yeah, it doesn't seem like much, $4 or $5, but times however many millions of subscribers, that is enough money to offset that balance until they can continue to roll out new features that cost money to raise the baseline to get in the door. And they're going to get back to where they need to be. And I'm sure, they're a pretty successful company. They probably got some smart people in there that are doing the math and that are like, okay, well, if we do this, we're going to lose X amount of subscribers. And, if we gain more money here and we do this thing over here, we can offset it. I'm sure they're planning for this to a degree. So I think they'll be okay, at least for the foreseeable future, unless they do something pretty fucking stupid in addition to this to fuck that up. But again, it's like Scott said, I don't know if I want to say manipulate, but to a degree they kind of do, but they capitalize on the people that are invested, the people that are comfortable. I think that's the best word, comfortable. Today's society, people want to be comfortable. Don't make me uncomfortable. Like all these issues, these social issues that are going on, it's about comfortability, right? I want to be comfortable. Don't make me uncomfortable. So like people want to be comfortable. They're comfortable with this service that they've had for a decade, right? They don't want to leave that platform unless they absolutely have to. So they're susceptible to being abused and gouged by the company. And if they can get away with that, they're going to do that. And they can. And they will. If you think that's not true, then please enlighten me as to how.
You have a very good point, but it's all up to speculation what will happen in the future, and you do have some valid points. I just hope that you're wrong.
I hope I'm wrong too. Like all the shit that I complain about, I'm not like an advocate for it. I'm not like, yeah, this is shitty, let's go. I'm on the opposite end. I don't want things to go the way that they're going, but I talk about them because it's a problem. And I'm optimistic. I hope that things don't go the direction that they're going. But I'm a realist, right? I look at how things have gone in the past and what things look like now, and going through all the news and everything, what the future looks like. And, you put all that together, it paints a pretty solid picture as to what the future looks like, right? So I base this off of what I know and what I see. I'm not just making this shit up because I just assume that the future is going to suck ass. I'm afraid of the future sucking ass because it looks like that's where we're headed.
We're saying sucking ass in front of Alec.
I know. I immediately regretted it, and I said it twice. I apologize. But yes, I hope I'm wrong too. Go ahead.
I was looking for, is there some sort of good news?
There's never good news.
All right, we need to make a segment. We will get you one good news story per podcast, and it will be a new segment because I want there to be good news. I will find it.
Please, I welcome you to do so.
And until you say that is good news.
Look, I try to find positive shit. Look how optimistic I was on that Tomb Raider garbage. Right?
That sentence right there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying though, like I looked for the positive, right? I didn't have to talk about that game whatsoever because you know my stance on digital and mobile, but I tried to see the bright side of it, and I was like, hey, I like the way it looks. Maybe it'll be a decent game. Maybe it'll come over to consoles and I can play it, and that'll be good. I'm trying.
Here's some good news,
trying.
Carmen.
I'm looking. I'm listening.
God of War Ragnarok has sold way more than they thought they would.
There you go. I'll take it.
There. Right, back to the horrible news. Sean, carry on. Next one.
Is that even good news?
Just
yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. There. Boom. Sons of the Forest has been delayed, but will also release on time. What the fuck does that mean? Well, I will tell you. The Sons of the Forest wow. Let me try that again. The Sons of the Forest was announced 3.5 years ago in 2019 and is currently set to release on February 23rd, but the game is not in a complete state. Instead of substantially delaying the game, they're going to release the game on the 23rd in early access instead of a full-fledged release. So they're not delaying it, but they're not releasing a complete game. So it's delayed, but you can play it and buy it. So it's kind of both. But yeah, so the game is going to be in an incomplete state, and they will update the game based on player feedback and roll out updates to the game as they're completed, I guess. Like they mentioned a couple of things that they're going to be working on. They're working on items, they're working on new mechanics, they're working on gameplay balances and other things of that sort. So yeah, not good, not complete. I don't know to what degree. I don't know if you're going to be able to play through the entire campaign or if it's just going to be. See, this is
there's just no trees yet.
What is game like? What is game like? New gameplay mechanics? Like, what does that mean? So, are you telling me I can buy this game and there's like key gameplay mechanics that were too complex to release on launch, and I could play through the entirety of the game and never experience those pivotal gameplay mechanics until like I'm gonna have to replay the game in a couple of months when they implement them? That's not a good way to release a game. My initial experience of that game is going to be ruined because I wasn't able to experience key elements of the game that the game was, based upon. When you're making a game, it's like you figure out, well, okay, these are going to be the tools that you have, and you traverse through the environments using this ability and that ability, and you can fight the enemies with this and that and this element. Like that all balances together to make the core of the gameplay experience. So if you're missing pieces of that and you just go through the game, you're robbing yourself of the experience and you're probably not going to enjoy it. So why not just delay it? I'll tell you why, because they want money.
If they're going to be that bullshitty, well, at this point in time, it's too late for any of that. But it would make sense if you realize that you're not going to be able to release on time to do the chapter route.
What do you mean?
Right? Like Life is Strange, like the Resident Evil Revelations or whatever. And I'm sure there's many more games, but I'm kind of like out of the loop a little bit still. Where you release the game level by level. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, $2 a chapter or $1 a chapter or something. Release it piecemeal. I know, but it's better than getting some broke ass shit, right?
You know what's even better than both of those?
Waiting.
Releasing a game on time in its entirety.
Like it's very out in the open that gamers are okay with delays. Like this is an acceptable thing. It's okay to delay a game to make it good. So there's no reason to not do that. But they want their money. They want it now.
Where's my money, Brian?
They have to report
then give
to
us
their
chapter
investors,
1.
and they have fiscal quarters and things where they have to make X amount of money. So to do that, They focus on the business side, and they've got to make this money, so they just put it out. And they put it out at the cost of the customer.
They should focus on chapter 1, get something 100%, and then I don't know. That's my opinion.
But they would have to charge you full price, because for them to hit their goal, they're counting on the revenue of I don't know how much this is going to cost, probably $50 to $60. So they're counting on X amount of sales at X amount of dollars to make X amount of goal. And if they chop that up and they're like, okay, well, we're going to cut it into 5 chapters. This one's going to be $10, or each one's going to be $10, or whatever that looks like. They're not going to meet that goal. So there's no benefit to doing that anyway. They might as well just delay it at that point.
Then they need to learn how to count. Like,
yeah, they need to learn how to make a goddamn game. They need to learn how to set proper goals, like we've talked about. They overestimate, this is how much money we should make off of this game. Typically it's way higher than it should be. They underestimate the cost of development. They over or underestimate, when this game can launch. But they're paying people to do these things. Fire these people because they're not good at their job. Like, deal with your business drama bullshit inside the company. Don't fuck over your consumer base, because that's not right. It's not ethical. And 2, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, because people are only going to be willing to tolerate so much shit. It's just like eventually you're going to tarnish your name or a brand name like Resident Evil or Bethesda. Once upon a time, Bethesda and BioWare, they could do no wrong. Doesn't matter what the game is, what the theme is, how much it cost, whatever. If this developer was making this game, the audience wanted it, because that name meant something, because it meant quality. It meant that when I buy this game, it's going to run good. It's going to be a good story. It's going to play great. They're reliable. They're telling me I'm getting a AAA game, and I'm actually going to get a AAA game, rather than, hey guys, we're making a AAA game and it comes out and it's garbage and it's broken and it doesn't work. Right. But those same companies that we used to be able to trust are the very ones that are releasing broken garbage. So like, that standard doesn't exist anymore. And now, like, I was one of those people that like, oh, it's Bethesda, I'm going to buy it. But now I don't buy Bethesda games, and I have like very little interest until something comes out that blows me away, and I'm willing to give it a chance again. But they burned that bridge with me, and they're going to continue to do that with more and more people. And eventually, like, that can get to the point where the company is shut down. Especially with the the video game environment right now is so expensive to develop for, or whatever. So if you fuck up a couple of games and you lose, billions of dollars of revenue that you're counting on, that's probably going to be all it takes to shutter a team, to shutter a company. So how about we spend a little bit more time paying attention to what we're doing and being a little bit more accurate and being a little bit more thorough and not punishing the consumer? That'd be a good start.
Next.
And this game too, like, this is actually, I liked the Forest one, the first game. It was a really good game, and I was kind of excited about this one, but I'm not now. I don't want to buy a fucking half-baked game at full price. And that's the thing, like, they could have at least, the bare minimum that they could have done here is drop the price, done something to show the consumer that they're valued. Like, hey, it's going to be broken, it's going to be buggy, we're relying on the player base to kind of play it and bug test it and figure things out, so we're going to release it at half price or whatever. It's going to be $20 cheaper, or pay half of it up front and then the other half later when it's in a good state. Whatever. What the fuck? Where did that come from?
What?
The chat.
What the
Gaz, I feel like this is you.
No.
That totally derailed me.
I approve.
But anyway,
I
like,
approve of this.
They should do something. They could even release it in a free-to-play state, right? That would be acceptable, where people could play it and enjoy it and not have to pay the money up front, and help them, basically be free beta testers, right? There's a proper way that you could handle it, but they just don't want to do that because it's going to cost them money. So they would rather just punish the consumer. I'm going to murder you, Jazz. How dare
What?
you? You did that. I saw you. I know you.
I'm not doing anything now.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to
It clearly
tell that
says
guy?
Ward Productions.
Mhm.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm that guy. How dare you spell my name wrong? You fuck.
Yeah. It's
But he
FEAN.
says,
Story.
what are one of the few
DORY.
things that you hope will stay the same with the RE4 remake? Well, they better have Wesker for one, and they better have Krauser. They haven't shown either of them. The story, I guess, is the main thing. Like if they fuck with the story, I'm gonna be pissed.
If you
A
can't
little
shoot
bit
the
scary
merchant,
thing is that
I'm not buying it.
What's that?
A little bit.
If you can't shoot the merchant, I'm not buying it.
Oh yeah, that's a good number 2 for me. I will fucking riot if you can't kill the merchant.
The scary thing is that the trailer refers to it as a reimagining, and that kind of rubs me the skeptical way.
What does?
The trailer.
Oh yeah. Well, why?
They call it a reimagining.
Nobody knows what any of these terms mean. Remake, reimagining, remaster,
Reboot.
Redo.
None of it means anything until you get it in your hands. Because like sometimes it'll be labeled one thing and it's not. It's something completely different. So we'll see what it is when it comes. And two, like they're saying, yeah, it's a reimagining, but they're also saying they're not cutting in any content. Doesn't that kind of contradict a little bit? Like if they're going to be reimagining the whole thing, isn't it going to be completely different?
Well, they do imagine it to be not Chip Brown anymore, like the whole thing.
You want to fight?
Yeah.
How dare you?
The whole game is brown. Okay, it's like the whole
What's wrong
it's
with
like
that?
This tan.
Well,
The whole thing until you get to the castle, and then it's like all gray.
it was
They're
just
old by then.
that era had a lot of brown and gray in it, so it was just it was a sign of the times, especially when you had something like Resident Evil 4 that's like a big kind of open kind of game. Like that was a long ass game. There's a lot of content in that game, so that restricts the capabilities of what you can do graphically. You know, fucking things like Resident Evil 1 remake looked really great because they had pre-rendered backgrounds, you know, so they had more control over what the game could look like visually. But they couldn't have done that if they did everything in engine, like everything 3D. That would have been a fucking brown ass, gray ass game. So, but, yeah.
Mama gonna love
So
that ass.
don't hold it against that game. You can't. It's not fair.
All right.
Well, yeah,
I
we
need
were
to play
talking
that
about
game again.
Resident Evil 4 remake, and coincidentally, we're going to talk about that in the news now.
Wow.
Wow, look at
What
that.
are the odds?
What are the odds?
The remake.
Resident Evil 4 remake is adding some new elements. Also, Capcom is a bunch of stupid liars. First off, let's talk about QuickTime events. Capcom has stated that they are not removing any content from the original game, like I said, and have previously mentioned that QTEs will be in the game, but will be played out in a different way. But according to the new Game Informer article, QTEs are said to be gone completely. So not only do we have conflicting information, but this also flies directly in the face of Capcom claiming that they will not be cutting content because, for better or worse, QuickTime
QTE.
events are part of the goddamn game. So whether you like them or you didn't, that was content in the game that's not going to be there. So what the fuck, Capcom? Make up your mind. Some of the new additions were revealed, including side quests, which I don't know how I feel about. In the original game, you could track down and shoot blue medallions to unlock a weapon from the merchant. In the remake, these medallions are still going to be present, but there will also be blue flyers scattered about that will offer you side quests. These flyers will give you objectives like finding and killing a specific enemy or solving a puzzle. The quest can then be turned into the merchant for a reward. The merchant will also give you special items for certain jewels, such as yellow herbs, treasure maps, and weapon attachments.
Yes. Well, yes to the herbs.
I don't know how I feel about this. I just don't. It feels like it's making it like one thing that's been cool about. Well, there's that, but also Resident Evil has always been like a cinematic experience. You know, you talk about like 1, 2, 3, 4, kind of like it started to get more kind of, you know, gamey at that point because it was going more into action. But traditionally, Resident Evil used to be like a cinematic experience that you didn't have shit, you didn't have a HUD, you didn't have a health bar, you know, things like that. And of course, the original Resident Evil 4, you know, kind of broke out of that a little bit. You did have a health bar, you had like an ammo counter in the bottom corner, but it was minimal. It was minimalistic, right? It was still a cinematic, story-driven experience, more or less. But you know, when you start tacking on like side quests and like all this kind of shit, you know, you're gamifying it more, and it's not gonna feel right. It's gonna feel like a different game. It's gonna feel like a different experience. You know, I don't want to go and like I don't want it to be this big open world and I'm hunting chickens and fuck it. Like Village did this shit where like the merchant, you could like cook meals and that would upgrade your stats and shit like that. Like this is a goddamn Resident Evil game. Why am I running around hunting animals, bringing the meat back to a merchant and upgrading my character? Why? This is not a Resident Evil experience. Like there's a time and a place.
They're trying to RPG it.
Right, they're trying to RPG everything. They're trying to open world everything. They're trying to make everything the same, and that everything's going to be whatever's popular, whatever sells. But that comes at a cost of variety. You know, we don't want everything to be Call of Duty just because Call of Duty sells. We want variety. We want puzzle games and RPGs and racing games and horror games.
Battle Royale.
We don't want we don't want everything to be the same goddamn experience. And nor do we shouldn't want the same elements from game to game to game. You know, there should be RPG elements that belong in RPG games. And yeah, there can be a hybrid space as well, but everything has these elements and it's just not needed. The idea of side quests in a Resident Evil game is stupid. That should not be a thing that exists. Just like werewolves shouldn't fucking exist in a Resident Evil game either. But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's going to be a relatively harmless thing, like, you know, go kill this enemy or whatever, but it's going to detract from the experience. You know, you're running through the story and then, oh, let me pause the story to go kill this enemy and go turn it into the merchant. Why?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I tried to interrupt you, but I put myself on mute, so it didn't help. I was gonna say, what about like I think it was, I don't remember if it was Resident Evil 2, but the bobblehead you had to find, the remake, because, you know, I didn't play the originals when they were available. That's somewhat of a side quest, like little Easter eggy things that are optional. Well, obviously side quests are always optional, but I mean,
but just the implementation of it is a problem. It affects your perception of the experience. Mm-hmm. You know, if I go in, I've got a quest tab that I'm like sifting through, like that affects your experience of the game. It changes the dynamic of the experience.
So I feel like if it's all additional added challenges that don't add to how am I going to say this without sounding hypocritical? So let's say that within the main game, you're suddenly able to talk to, like, there might be I don't even remember what they're called, the villagers.
Ganados.
Yeah.
Ganado.
So let's say that you spoke to one of the Ganados and like he's like not an actual enemy and you can speak to him instead of kill him, and then he talks to you and sends you on a quest or something that
Are you saying that should be okay?
No, that's where I'm going. What I'm
well, that's what I'm saying. Like it's in the same vein of that to a lesser degree.
Yeah. so what I'm saying is like if they add story in such a way to where it if they add story in such a way to where it takes it out of like the horror element, like if it's too in your face, then I can understand that is a distraction and a departure from the genre in a way where I agree that I wouldn't like it either. But if it's just little secrety, like almost like achievement type of things that just little additionals like the little bobblehead, or like you what if you find a flyer and you had to figure out what you're supposed to do with it, and then you realize that if you collect, like, it's not explicitly stated, but if you realize that it's like if it's more like an achievement, more like a little, like you maybe did it on accident and you're like, so I got something for doing this, so I'll keep doing this, and then oh, look at that, I got an achievement. Or do you know what I'm saying? If it's not explicit and it's just sort of like Easter eggy.
Well, let me put it this way. Like this, I have an example that's like a baseline level. So Dead Space, I've been playing that. So this is just a way that trophies or achievements or whatever impact your experience of playing a game. So, and I do this because I always want to get all the fucking trophies and shit, but it changes the way I play the game. So there's trophies for like, destroy 50 limbs and then 500 limbs, right? You're not going to get that by playing the game in a way that's natural. You're going to go out of your way to stomp the shit out of every enemy that you kill, and it changes your perspective mentally. Like whether you realize it or not, it's going to impact your investment in the story and the natural progression through the game. Because when I see an enemy, I'm not thinking, oh God, there's an enemy coming after me, I got to kill it and get away, which is what is the natural experience that they want you to have. But what I'm thinking is, oh, there's an enemy, I need to kill the shit out of this thing and fucking stomp it to pieces, right?
But that's a second playthrough thing.
No, so not necessarily. Why? If I can get that trophy in one playthrough, then why wouldn't I? It's going to just be something I do naturally as I play through the game anyway. But it affects me on how I perceive the game and how I experience it. And especially when you're talking about horror, you need to be very careful about what you're introducing there. Like it needs to be very controlled for you to actually be invested in what's happening and be afraid. And a lot of that comes from limitations. Like less is more.
So that's the same thing as with like doing an all knife run or some shit like that, right? Like if like you're literally not going to be able to do it the first run through unless you're already like a fucking expert at the game. And even then, if it's your first run through, it's just not going to be a first run type of gameplay.
Okay. Let me reframe this.
I'm just naive and a noob.
Okay,
I don't know.
Back to Dead Space again. So core gameplay mechanics are you kill an enemy and you stomp on it to get resources, ammo, money, things like that. That if you really want a true horror experience, Resident Evil's guilty of this as well. Like you kill enemies, they drop ammo. It removes you from it being scary because you want to confront enemies because they have resources that you need to get more powerful to survive better. So it changes your entire perception of how you interact with the enemies. And if you're actively pursuing the enemies to kill them to get resources,
it's not horror anymore.
You're not scared.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
Okay.
And it works the same way with like quests and things. Like the more you're taking me away from the experience of just the cinematic story, the more I'm just thinking about like, okay, well, this is an RPG game. I'm doing side quests and killing enemies for money. And that was part of the problem initially with the original Resident Evil 4 is that it deviated from being a horror game because it did shit like that. But now we're leaning into that even more by adding more shit into the game that's going to take away from that even further. And especially with this game, they're talking about, oh, it's darker and scarier, and you know, like the whole tone of the game is darker, and they want it to be more horror oriented, and that sounds great, and the visuals support that. But when you're putting shit like this in there, it's counterproductive.
Entiendo.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do. I don't like that this is there. I'll probably enjoy it and have some fun with it, you know, because I like playing Resident Evil 4, and I generally like doing the side quests and whatnot. But in terms of experiencing a Resident Evil game, it's going to be less enjoyable for me as a Resident Evil fan. And that's continues to be the problem that I have with every Resident Evil game. Like the games that are coming out are good video games. They're not good Resident Evil games. And this leads me to believe that this is going to be the same kind of shit. And that's the problem. Anywho. What else?
Games?
Well, there's still Resident Evil stuff. We derailed there for a minute.
A minute?
Couple minutes, 20 minutes, I don't know. The new knife mechanics have also been fleshed out a little bit. As shown in the trailers, the knife now has several uses, such as blocking attacks and finishing down enemies. This comes at a cost, though, as the knives will have durability meters like they do in RE2 Remake. You'll be able to carry multiple knives, though, and you can repair them at the merchant shop. The knife will also allow you to instantly free Ashley through an animation when she's being carried away, so you no longer have to worry about hitting her when you're trying to free her from the enemy's grasps. So again, this is another thing that's going to make it easier, right? Which again takes away from it being scary. So I don't really... It looks cool, though. You know, when you get to block a fucking chainsaw with your knife, it's not very realistic. But I don't know. I feel like they're going way too over the top with this kind of stuff. Furthermore, Ashley's
the knife.
What's that?
I just said, how big's the knife?
Not very big.
Okay. No.
Anyway, furthermore, Ashley's functionality in the remake is quite different as well. She will no longer have a health bar. Generally, she will be able to take a few light hits or one heavy hit, and then she'll go into a down state. This will give Leon a chance to revive her. If she takes one more hit while down, she'll die. Ashley will still take given direction in the form of commands that will allow you to tell her to stay close or fall back. You can no longer get fucked. You can no longer tell Ashley to hide, as the developers felt this made escorting her pointless if she isn't there to protect. Ashley will be able to help Leon by doing context-sensitive actions like crawling through a hole to unlock a door. So basically, they're just
She did some of that.
completely retooling how Ashley works, and
if it makes her less annoying,
it could be good. I mean, all they really needed to do was give her better AI. But again, like her going into a down state, you're gamifying shit again. You know, it's like with Resident Evil 5. You know, it's co-op game and you're fighting together with a partner and they go down and you got to revive them. These are action game mechanics. These are not horror. This is not a scary element. This does not belong in a horror game. But now you're doing it with a fucking AI. Why? If she dies, she dies and you fail. Like, why can't we just be done with it? Why the fuck does she have to go into, like, it doesn't even make sense. So she's going to get stabbed in the back a couple times and then go into a down state and you revive her and then she gets hit again and she goes down again. That's not fucking, that's
how long does it
baby
take to
shit.
die from being stabbed to begin with? I don't know. I mean,
Let's
you would
find
go
out.
down before, like, you don't.
What, in real life?
One stab, Carmen.
In real life, and unless it's to the heart, like you probably die for like a solid minute or two.
But that's the thing. But
I
if
don't
you
know.
get stabbed in real life and then somebody pulls you up to your feet, are you healed? Probably not. So it's just dumb. It's gamey bullshit. And it's another annoying thing that you're going to have to deal with. Like, now, not only can Ashley get picked up and taken away, but if she gets down somewhere, you're going to have to go find her stupid ass, bring her back up to her feet, and then reposition yourself, and then she's gonna fucking go down again. You gotta go fucking pick her up again. This is not going to be good.
Okay.
But yeah. Lastly, there will be new enemies in Resident Evil 4 Remake. Capcom has revealed one such enemy as a Ganado wearing a bull mask and wielding a giant hammer. This enemy seems to function somewhat like the Executioner from Resident Evil 5.
The Minotaur.
We'll see. See what they do. But yeah, this, in terms of like being a gamey video game, action game, sounds fine, but that's not what I want from this. It's a Resident Evil game. I was really hoping that they would take this opportunity to take another stab at making Resident Evil 4 more of a horror game than they did the original go at it, and they could kind of find a good balance of, like realizing that, but still, very much keeping it in the same vein of the original, staying on the same story beats and things like that. But this leads me to believe that that's just not going to be the case. I feel like they're going to ruin all the good things about the game and not really add anything worthwhile to it. But I guess we'll see what happens. It looks pretty. There's your optimism.
Yeah,
graphics are nice.
pretty.
I still don't like fucking Ashley's stupid coat. I don't like Leon's look. Like, it's weird. I'm confused about Leon's design because there's screenshots that look perfect. Like, it looks like what I would imagine him to look like with a new paint job. But there's also times where he looks like, I don't know, he looks like a little baby boy. I don't like it. Weird.
He has that youthful glow.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have that. Like, part of Resident Evil 4 Leon is like, he's grown out of his shell.
He's getting older.
He's got a darker tone, and
he's getting older. It's been how many years?
It's not a good sign that, like, sometimes you can see that and sometimes you can't. Like, why does it go up and down? Leon should be a certain thing. He should meet a certain expectation because the foundation was built by the original game, and you should be trying to accommodate that. You should be trying to realize that in a more modern design.
He should have ginger hair like he does in RE2 original.
Do they explicitly state his age? Because if his age is explicitly stated, then we know, like, in 2005 he should be this many old, and so don't draw him like a baby. Don't draw him like he's like 19 looking if he's actually like 32.
Isn't he 21 in RE2?
Yeah. It was like kind of a legitimate question.
And then 4 takes place 5 years later, so he's 26. But it's not even his age. It's more of like his demeanor. Like, yeah, he's quippy and stuff, a little more sarcastic and shit like that. But he's like a darker character. He's seen some shit, right? So like the evolution of his character was reflected not only in his personality but also visually. But when I see pieces of this game, it's all over the place. Like, sometimes I see that, and sometimes I see some kind of iteration of what we got in Resident Evil 2 Remake. So what are we doing? Like, what is it? Why is it all over the place?
Multifaceted. Maybe sometimes he could be a baby boy, and sometimes he could be like daddy.
Well, Resident Evil 4 wasn't like that, so that I don't want that.
You want me to say something, don't you?
No, stop it.
No, it's fine.
Stop it. All right. That's all we have with the Resident Evil 4 Remake. Any thoughts, hot takes, opinions?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Great, thanks for contributing, everybody.
I feel like someone contributed the whole news.
I have contributions to contribute. But not in speaking. I'm waiting for stuff.
No, I've just sticking to my whole, like, I'm not a big, huge RE4 fan, so I don't care for the remake, to be honest. But
it's too brown, huh?
I do agree with the
too brown.
I agree with the whole side quest shit.
Stop
in games
saying
that should have that.
Well, I'm just gonna say this: wait another 10 years, and they're taking another stab at remaking it, and yeah.
And then we'll be like, "Oh, the first remake was so much better."
What kills me is like if they, they throw that term around, reimagining. Like this would have been such a cool opportunity to do like, some of the scrapped versions of Resident Evil 4, just have fun with it. It doesn't have to be canon, just has to be a fun like reimagining. Like that's exactly what you would do with a reimagining. Completely different, new take on it. There's been a conversation around these scrapped versions of Resident Evil 4 for a long ass time. There's a fan community that wants to play those games, those versions of them. And this would have been a really cool opportunity to be like, hey,
Ashley,
we're just doing a different version of Resident Evil 4. This is something that the fans want. Great. And then even if it's doing dumb ghost shit and fucking possessed dolls and whatever, it's okay because this is just like a what if. It's just a fun idea and something different that people like never thought they'd get a chance to experience. And they could do that, and that would be fun. And they have more creative freedom, and they don't have to rely on like living up to the original Resident Evil 4 because it's something different. They want to do something wild and crazy like they did with Village. Go for it. This is a free pass. But no. Why do that? Why be creative and fun when you can just ruin everything?
Yeah.
Can't help you there. Machine cinnamon gums. Stuff.
Wow. I'm going to look through the comments real quick because there's a couple things I wanted to point out.
Lots of comments.
Leon is never a daddy. Sorry.
Scott said that I'd like to think Leon eats nothing but ramen and hair gel, which is beautiful.
Yeah. Dr. Ryder, I can't wait for Days of Our Lives remake Aqua. I'm just thinking to myself, how long before Sean ruins? Well, not ruins. But...
Wow. Wow. Oh wow. That's a strong word.
Sean.
Yeah, you know what I
meant. Scott also said, I really want to hear Leon use high school Spanish to get a quest from a tentacle monster. I also want to see that.
Well, he just goes up to a monster and goes, yeah, sings that song in RE4 original.
Honestly, if they were gonna do this shit, if they had just leaned into it 100%, and like you were doing dumb shit like that, Leon walks into the village, and you talk to the villagers and start taking on stupid side quests to like, my daughter's been lost. Leon, will you help find my daughter? Like, I'd be okay with that. Like, let's just, if we're gonna be dumb about it, just fucking commit to it, and I'm on board. What else we got? God damn it, Scott! Why are you murdering my name? Why you got to do this to me? And I am an achievement whore. Well, no, I used to be an achievement whore. Now I am a platinum whore. I go for the trophies.
Platinum.
Which is totally ever realized that RE4 remakes? It looks like the word rear.
Yep.
Wow. All right, I'm not going to go through all those, but Scott's got some good hot takes. I like it. Yeah. All right, so news is over.
News.
We have, so we're not going to do the Last of Us talk. We'll do that next week. We have some segments to do. We're going to do the machine challenge. Carmen's going to take the reins on this one. She's going to issue the challenge. She picked out the game.
I'm going to. So I am breaking stuff, and it is not I mean, usually I break stuff on accident, but it is not a horror movie, game, whatever. It's not a horror.
It's not a
characters. No horse. Well,
no horse.
One of them might be a horror, but it's taken from one of the Star Trek Online. It's taken from Star Trek Online. So if I can figure out how to play it for you guys, I will play it for you guys. And this is what we're going to be working with. I'm excited. Are you guys ready? I'm going to share it. Are you ready? Okay.
What are you sharing?
Yeah.
Thing.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna fuck up your connection.
No.
I downloaded the video.
Okay. Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, help me out.
Okay, here we go. I don't think this is the right video.
This isn't the right one. Nope.
What is
Looks like
this?
Halo.
Get out of it. Get out of it.
What the
It's
fuck?
actually like Halo.
Stop it.
This is what you linked me to. This isn't
Stop
the right
it.
video.
No, that's not. Stop it. Make it stop. Stop, please.
That is what you
No,
linked me
we're
to. All right.
technical difficulties.
That's what that guy was doing.
Technical disabilities.
Can
Come
we
on.
stop it? How do we stop it? It keeps playing. Or is it just me? Is it still playing for anyone other
Go
than
to the-word.com and get awesome merch from the Word Productions. Show your love, show you care, and show others you're cooler than them by not wearing your stupid cap that says Bass Pro whatever shop.
All right. All right.
Bass. I don't know what that show is.
What?
Everybody has that fucking fishing hat. I don't know.
Let
All right,
me
so what are
check
we
the
doing
link
here?
again. I was so excited. I have the link and it works for me, and I don't know why it doesn't work for you.
I've already written an idea for it anyway.
Okay, so you're already desynced.
Well,
and-
we need
and
themes.
everything's all fucked up. So go ahead and just share the video. We'll watch it and then we can fix it afterwards.
Okay. All right, sounds good. And I I am so sorry because I don't see me as unsynced. But all right,
Well,
we're gonna
everybody
do
else
this.
does.
I'm
A
gonna
platinum
shit, I closed it.
prostitute. Yes, that is me.
Hold on. I'm getting it set up.
Dr. Ryder says, I can't
It's like
wait
a
for Days
fucked
of
up
Our
version
Lives
of
remake.
voguing.
Aqua.
Aqua.
I'm looking forward to it as well, only if I have the tools I need to do it properly. You got to let me kill the merchant or everything's fucked. You got to let me kill Ashley. You got to make her a stupid bitch. And it sounds like they are, so it's fine.
Yeah, I've run out of ideas as well.
I'm ready again.
I might be able to utilize the whole down state with Ashley when she goes down. Hopefully the animation looks stupid or something. And I can write something to go with
Just
that.
throw grenades at her while she's down.
I'm ready.
Oh, I wonder if you can down her.
Just throw grenades, she
Oh,
downs, and you're like, "Oh, are you
that would be
okay? Be careful where
amazing.
you step, lady."
I wonder if you could down Leon.
That's kind of funny.
Mhm.
I'm
Shut
ready
the-
again.
You fuck. All right, here we go.
All right, we're going. Oh gosh, biscuity goodness. Such a biscuity thing.
Difficulties.
Disabilities.
No, right? Okay, here we go.
Nor I, Captain. You see, I found a similar device on
This is
Bejor,
it. This is the
On
thing.
Bajor. When?
right after the recent Herc attack, I'm afraid. Captain, scan the device. You'll find the soil residue on it is of Bajoran origin.
Poop.
It does. It's from the Kendra province. Well, that doesn't mean that Odo...
Enough, Nerys. I can't have
Scully.
you defending me on this.
What?
Is it a who? What?
Garrick's right. These devices called the Herc,
Fucking lip sync.
and we put them there.
What
Explain.
You're
Now,
like,
we needed
You're
the
lucky these
alliance's
ones have
help
lips.
immediately. There wasn't
Excuse
time
me?
for summits or diplomacy,
some
so
of
I found
them,
a
their mouths are
high-value
just
target
closed,
Does
and let
look
the Herc
horrifying.
do it. I also took steps to make sure their attack would fail. Bejor was never at risk. You have to understand that.
Yes.
Nor I, Captain.
and that's it. It's just
You
gonna.
see,
All right,
I
it's
found
gonna
a
keep
similar
looping.
device.
We get it.
This is more horrifying than Resident Evil 4 Remake.
Is it?
It
You
is.
promise?
Is it a clip that you can get at the beginning of the game?
No,
Okay.
but I didn't actually play that one, so probably like no.
Okay.
Um,
I actually
it's
have
not.
that game on
Same.
disc.
deal. But
unopened.
I like
Paid for
I
it.
I was
Yeah,
No,
I bought it at GameStop for like $1.
Oh, okay.
It was like there, and I'm just
I'm like, it's a
"Okay,
free to
whatever."
play game. You got ripped off.
It wasn't at the time.
Oh.
it is a free to play game, and and I was looking through all the different. I was looking through several different Star Trek games and Star Trek Online segments, and I was very disheartened how bad the cutscenes were, and some of them did not have lips at all. It was just like, I'm talking like this.
Well, they had lips. They just didn't move them.
They just didn't open. Yeah, they didn't move. Everything looked like it fell out of PS2. But I liked that one, and it has some of my favorite characters. It has the characters from DS9. Not that anybody's gonna play them like that or use it like that, but I thought the slap was nice.
That was a good pick. I feel like there's a lot to work with on that.
I made my character look like Jill, and I named my ship the USS Sandwich.
So it's been a while since we've done this, so I'm a little rusty. But I need to dish out the categories
themes, yeah.
now, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Distract
And
everybody.
I think we said we were gonna we're gonna have till the end of the month, because 1 week with all the other shit that everybody has in their life, 1 week is not a lot of time to do stuff unless you're Alec and it's already done.
I've already got 3 jokes written down. So
he's like, I've already written the script. I just need to know the theme so I can put the word in.
Yeah.
And if you want to back it up, if I'll figure out a better way of how to download it, but for these purposes of getting the clip for the podcast, I did the YouTube snip a clip type of function, which only allows you to have like a 60-second window to clip. But if you back it up like a few, like 10 seconds or something for a fuller scene, it there's even a teeny bit more to work with. Or I like to start it like when they're looking at each other, because I'm cutting off some dialogue. As you saw, I don't know.
Well, we need a way to have it without the subtitles, because that's.
No. Or you could just like do a little blur on the bottom or black it out on the bottom. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out for you. But for the purposes of the podcast,
if I knew how far into the game that cutscene was, I would just go get it like off my game. But I don't want to play hours of this game.
I do.
Why? It looks amazing.
The most fun I had was just creating the character and naming the ship. I did not enjoy the gameplay. It was so.
I tried to play it like 2 years ago, and I didn't get past like the tutorial type part. I wasn't feeling it, even though I love Star Trek. I was not feeling it, but I didn't play all the segments. You know, they keep revamping it with new stuff, and
okay. Here we go. Who wants to go first?
Me.
And then I want to go second.
Okay. All
Is it okay? Are we good?
Hi.
Your themes are Mars, Lies, and Wonderland.
Mars lies like a liar?
Yeah, like a liar.
And Wonderland?
Yeah. Carmen, yours are rock and roll, elves, and mercy.
It sounds like you're not sure.
Mercy?
Flowers, conflict, and gold.
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 It's gold.
Easy.
Mine is angels, summer haze, and Pluto. Oh, fuck. Well, that'll be interesting.
I'm excited.
It'll be great.
Mars and Pluto for Star Trek.
Right? Planets.
Men are from Mars.
Women are from Pluto.
Ducat is from, or not Ducat. Why did I say Gold Ducat? It's not Ducat. It's Garrick.
All right, Jazz.
Never mind.
Let's do your thing at Thingamabobber.
That's
What
my
are
theme
you
song now.
playing?
What are you
playing?
stranger?
What side quest do you have, stranger?
Stranger, are you playing?
Stranger.
So
Go hunt me some bunnies, stranger.
So the segment, the game for this, the game for this segment that I picked is Intruders Hide and Seek. I've actually played this one, so I can talk about it. So, Intruders Hide and Seek is a game that was released on February 12th, 2019, for the PlayStation 4 and for Microsoft Windows, so obviously Steam. It was developed by Tessera Studios and published by Daedalic Entertainment. It's an action adventure stealth. It's not like horror, but like more of a thriller kind of thing. And obviously made on the engine Unreal 4. I'll give you a little bit of description of the plot that Steam gives you because it's the only place I could really find the information. It's a first-person stealth game, an intense thriller combining intense psychological terror from the point of view of a defenseless little boy. I'm going to put this over here so I'm not looking to the side.
Is his name Hugo?
I actually don't remember what his name is. While on vacation at a country house, you witness 3 dangerous intruders slipping into your house and taking your parents hostage. With your parents restrained and your sister hiding, you're stuck in the house with the intruders. It's dark. You have to find a way to save your family while you figure out who these assailants are and what they want. You can't run away and you can't confront them or they will kill you. And your only option is to hide. So the features in the game, it's playable with and without VR function. It's a realistic, nerve-wracking hostage drama. It's atmospheric and sinister, and it dives you into wild adventure. Combines thriller, mystery, and horror elements, and the stealth and exploration gameplay that can make your heart race. I have a couple thoughts on the game. First of all, I actually enjoy it. I played the game for several hours. I agree that it's very atmospheric and sinister. Don't completely agree with the realistic because the graphics are not that good and the voice acting is just garbage.
Good.
But like all that aside, like the bad guys, they don't always seem to follow the same paths when they walk around. Like if they hear you somewhere, they'll follow over there, and then they kind of just walk around from where they are now. So it's easy to just accidentally walk into their sight or walk into where they are and get spotted. You can hear them talking to each other and you can hear their footsteps, but in the instant where you just end up in the room where they are, it's really hard to just like you don't have time to take or you don't have the time to like really think of like what the best route to run away is. So it's easy to get caught and murdered. They have the flashlights, which helps you find where they are. Obviously, don't let the flashlights see you, but that's only if you can see them. So like if you're in another room and you hear them walking around and you're like, oh, are those steps like right next to me or are they downstairs? I don't know because it's a big house. The game gives you the opportunity to hide in the cupboards, in the closets, stuff like that. So if like the bad guy hears you and you're like, oh shit, and you run into the room and you like hide in a cupboard, if he didn't see you and he was far enough away, he'll just come in the room and be like, what the hell was that? I don't know. But if he saw you run into that room, he's gonna check where you're hiding. So it's like you really like it's it like the nerves kick in, and it's because it's all dark. I really enjoy playing it with like my headphones that cancel noise and the dark because then I'm like invested in the game, right? So it's pretty fun. Yeah, I already talked about the graphics that aren't super advanced, but if you put that aside, you can actually really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm kind of one type of person of like 10 minutes and fuck this game, I'm done. I played a lot. If you come across the game and you're up for like a stealthy kind of adventure that can be spooky, and like if some guy just randomly walks into the room that you're in as you're about to leave, you're like, oh shit, like it could give you like a little jump. Then I recommend it. I'm giving it a shot. It's worth your time, I find. If you have, again, with set aside the shitty graphics.
Set aside the shittiness.
Like it's more like graphics. They're not
Voice
shitty,
acting.
but they're kind of more like cartoony. So it's not like a super like well detailed game. I know the cover makes it look like some evil shit going on, but it's just
Nothing
literally
like
burglars
that.
in the house. But
Wow.
yeah,
It's a misleading cover.
Yeah, like I thought you were gonna be hiding from some demons and shit.
That's what it looks like, yeah.
But I got it not knowing what I was getting into, and then I really liked it, so that's why I picked this one today. Intruders.
It's cool too because it's got a PSVR support, so I wanna try that out.
I love that it says PSVR, but it's not exclusive to VR. Like there's so many games that I got because they were free to play games. I'm like, oh, this looks awesome, and either they were free for the month or free to play. And then I go to load it and it's like PS required or VR required. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can't play this then. But I like that this one, because it's a first person game, like you can still play it and it's still enjoyable.
That's weird. I thought maybe it changed, but I know for a while there they specifically weren't giving you VR games as like the Plus games. Did that when was that?
It's because before they used to give you like one free game, and then they started giving you a free game for the PS4 and a free game for the PS5, and I guess now they give you like 2 or 3 free games, but the third one is always going to be like, sometimes it's going to be just a VR, or sometimes like they give you a lot of games, and then I guess they justify like, oh, it's okay if we give them an exclusive game because we're giving 2 other ones.
Interesting.
How much is it normally for regular dollars?
I
does it show?
I don't remember, but I don't have the like US prices or UK prices. I just have in here, so I can look and see Intruders. I'll look real quick on Steam.
But like, if you say it's like 65, or if you say it's like 15,
it's not on Steam. For me, it's $25, so it's probably $15 for you guys. And when I got it, it was on sale. Actually, Sean, I sent you the trailer if you want to play it. There was a gameplay trailer, and that's the one I sent you is a release trailer. So I don't think it has gameplay, but it, I said it if you want to.
It gets you in the mood.
It'll show you guys like why I got it, like, and I'm pretty sure the trailer is gonna look nicer than the actual in-game play. Although it's been a while since I played it, so I don't remember 100% of the stuff. But if you're interested after seeing the trailer, you can go check out gameplay, see if it's something that would be worth your time.
God damn it! It's $20 to download. It's $50 to get it.
It goes on sale. It goes on sale often, and I didn't even know if it was an actual physical. Like, I just find these pictures to have a picture to put up. I don't know if it's.
Oh, you can buy it on PC for $2.86.
There you go.
God damn!
I will check it out on my Steam. See how it is, but not right now, because every time I open up Steam while I'm on here,
just don't load Neverwinter.
I accidentally pulled up the random theme generator again, and I wish I had gotten this one. It's 0.5% secrets and apple tree. I want that one.
You have the trailer,
let's
right?
watch the video. Yeah.
Peggy 18.
Hello, the Richter family, right? Come on in. I'll show you around. You'll love it.
Come on in.
I see you have 2 little ones, huh? This place is perfect for kids. They'll have a great time. Look at the views. What landscapes. Advantages of being in the mountains, don't you think?
At least this gives you a nice look at the size of the house.
Look at the kitchen counters.
True.
Quality marble.
Cereal box on the floor.
Spacious lounge.
Quality marble.
Beautiful views. Perfect for when you have visitors. You'll throw great parties here. It's the perfect place to get away from the noise of the city. You won't hear any annoying neighbors, and they won't hear you.
The flashlight did it.
One thing, Mr. Richter. How about you swing by my office tomorrow so we can finish up the paperwork? I think you're going to be very happy here.
Good gravy. Like, what kind of fucking realtor's like, I think you'll be really happy here.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, that made me think of the whole like that realtor speech in the trailer just made me think of the whole come to Terra Grigia for your vacation.
Yeah.
I think that's the vibes it gave me.
It's good.
Yeah,
it looks cool. I mean, it didn't show any gameplay, so it's kind of hard
it
to
was
tell.
just
But
a
like
release, yeah.
thematically, it looks pretty cool.
Actually, like for seeing like the people tied up and stuff, like that's pretty much how it looks. So I think the graphics aren't like they're, like I said, a little bit cartoony, but like that's pretty much how the house looks in the gameplay too. And since it's first person, it
It
gives
doesn't
you.
look cartoony. It looks pretty good.
I mean, like
It just looks like PS2-ish.
like
No.
maybe like
I don't know.
PS3.
Three?
Yeah,
Okay. It
like
just, it
I'd
just
say
looks
end of
old.
gen PS3.
Yeah, but like
It looks
yeah.
as old as
It's
it
not
probably
bad.
is.
It's just like I guess compared to other games, like
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah. So get it.
Get it.
Get it.
Yeah.
Well.
And now I don't have to play it before next week because I already played it. No.
Oh, look at
Although
you.
I installed it today because I wanted to play again. Just looking through my things, I'm like, oh yeah, that one.
Good job.
Get it.
Well,
Mouse.
all right. What else we got? We got some
Gums?
gams.
Gums?
Okay, it's game time.
It's gum time.
It's gam time.
It's gum time.
Right, so I only have one game, and it is this one.
It is now time for Reverse and Remember. Reverse and Remember.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, you guys know how to play this game by now. So,
No.
It's your first reverse clip.
Yeah. Where's my rail? Put off me. Get off, Phelps, no sorry. Well, what else if we get suited? We know the glimpse that's no. Lambs in it all, dig it on your split. Jan made the visual or sticky. Get out the lawyer all. Harder, we don't. And our guests, you made such dancing. Yep, so you're all worth us out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's
definitely
Metal
Metal Gear, but I can't tell which. Yeah, 1 or 3 for sure.
It's 3.
I just know the
7. Metal Gear 7.
Is there a 7? I don't know.
No. There's a 5.
There's like a
Is there
Okay.
5?
There's half a 5.
It's 3. It's
I don't
3.
understand. Is half of 5 a 4?
Chat.
No, it's
Got
2.5.
saying 3.
I'm gonna go with 3 as well. That sounds
Yeah.
right.
I don't know,
don't
so I'm
know.
just guessing 3.
I don't know, so I'll say
No,
4.
no. I heard
One more.
I think I heard the kernel. I'm gonna go with 1. I'm going with 1.
I'm gonna say 2.
I'm gonna say 4 just to
7.
Half
say
of
it.
3.
Half of 3.
3.5.
2.
Is reverse
3.1459.
one last time? If you guys stop talking. Right, here we go.
Yeah, where's my rail? Put off me. Get off, Phelps.
I think he's right.
Well, what else if we get suited? We know the glimpse that's no. Lambs in it all, dig it on your split. Jan made the visual or sticky. Get out the lawyer all. Harder, we don't. And our guests, you made such dancing. Yep, so you're all worth us out.
Yeah, 100%. That alarm. Yeah, it's Ape Escape in Metal Gear 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Okay, so you're saying it's Metal Gear. You're saying Ape Escape, Metal Gear thing.
Yeah, Ape Escape. Mm-hmm.
Okay, here is the reveal.
Watch out for Wario's bite. It's not just damage you take from it.
What do you mean, Colonel?
Wario loves garlic. He eats whole cloves of it day and night. So try not to get caught in his mouth. Once that smell gets on you, it'll stick to you for quite a while.
That's a scary thought.
He also attacks by farting. He can catch a fly around too.
By farting. Are you kidding me?
So yes, you're all wrong.
What the fuck is that? Oh, is it from Smash Brothers?
It is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Snake can have a codec conversation with any character. With Colonel and the other ones. So yes, I tricked you.
Good job.
Hello. I am so conflubbled. Okay.
All right. Here's the next one.
Castlevania. Castle thingy.
Was that it?
Yep.
Castlevania.
What?
I don't know. Castlevania. I don't know. I just want to say Castlevania.
Could be Devil May Cry.
There were these weird like whoop, whoop sounds. Jill says Garfield game on Sega.
I couldn't get past the pipe
That
organ.
game was good, by the way, for the record.
Garfield.
Let's do it one last time.
Past the pipe organ.
Super Mario 64.
Okay.
All right, I'll agree with Jill.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Castle.
Fucking Garfield.
All right, so we've got Castlevania, Ghosts and Goblins. Jazz, what did you say?
I'm going with Jill and I'm saying Garfield.
Garfield
for 300.
For 300, Alec.
All right, here is the original.
What? The haunted Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
Pretty sure that's Garfield.
Dr.
Oh my god.
Right.
What the fuck? I thought that was a random ass guess and he knew what it was. Well.
All right.
Wow.
Let's do the next one.
It's not. It's not. Oh. Let's get. Let's get. You want my cup? Let's get. It's not. Ain't it? Let's get. Let's get.
Popsicle? Popsicle?
It's the liquor store.
Liquor store backwards is popsicle.
Yeah, you didn't know?
I do now.
I don't know, but I'm entertained.
Let's listen to it one more time just because it's fun.
It's not. It's not. Oh.
Is that the same kid?
Let's get. You want my cup? Let's get. It's not. Ain't it? Let's get. Let's get.
Popsicle?
the fuck?
I swear I heard the girl voice of Sean saying, "You want my chicken, don't you?" Like, play it again, and when you hear the girl voice, it says, "You want my chicken, don't you?"
It's not. It's shot. Oh. Let's get you want my
You want my chicken, don't you?
Yeah. Get it.
What the fuck?
It's gonna be Sean's new like catchphrase. You want my chicken, don't you?
You want my chicken, don't you?
And here's the original.
Lick a stove. Lick a stove. That ain't it.
He's
oh
right,
shit.
he's right.
Lick a stove. Get the fuck out my way. Lick a stove.
That's the subway. There's no liquor stores down there.
What? Ah,
What?
shit.
You want my chicken, don't you?
You want my chicken, don't you?
Oh my gosh. Sean got it right off. Like,
look at stove.
All right, let's do the next one.
What else is he? Wow.
I'm gonna say DMC.
You said
Devil
what?
May Cry.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with DMC 3. Because Scott seems to know right off the bat. So I'm
You want to say Castlevania again?
Garfield. Tale of Two
Garfield.
Kitties.
On Genesis.
I'll go with the original.
Jackal, it's a jackal, jackal, jackal. It's a jackal. Is it a jackal? Jackal.
All right, since you guys have guessed, it is.
The likes of you of
Korean flavor.
You are powerless, but not worthy to set foot here.
Wow. I've never seen a talking
Oh,
mutt
wow.
before. You know, in a dog show, you definitely take first place.
You want me? You will make a mockery of me?
Easy, Fido. I'm gonna take you for a walk. Come on, puppy. Let's go.
That's it. It's a Cerberus. In DMC3. All right. If you stop popping.
Dairy.
Sorry.
Here's the next one.
THX.
Really? It's the PlayStation 1 intro.
PlayStation logo. Oh yeah. I said logo, but yeah.
That.
Yeah. When you load it up with the little boxes, it go wee.
That's PS2.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, what?
No, the boxes. It's PS2.
Oh, yeah.
She's right.
I was gonna say, what the fuck? How's that PS2?
No, the sound is PS1.
Yeah.
The boxes Carmen was talking about.
Okay, so I got confuzzled.
All right.
I was confused.
You did good. Here's the reveal.
PlayStation.
It is so nostalgic.
That's what the sound at the start is.
Just good. That's good sounds.
Next one.
Where am I helper?
I said, gosh, enough, since I don't know we stay my dog. No, we see a federal says it on it. Maybe not. So, like, you're set. Not name me. Oh, not. More fish that foot. I don't forget my school. I think that's it. Yeah, we know. Shit, bro, you lost. I don't know anything at my same life.
I am confused.
Oh yeah, God, fucking Scott's killing it. I didn't even get that.
What? Oh, what did he say? What did he say?
The duel?
It's duel, yeah. It's
Ada and
Wesker and
Wesker?
Ada, yeah.
Yeah.
The voice, I knew the voice. I'm like, why the fuck do I know that voice? But
Lee said it was from Spood.
Wow.
You in the wrong
what
neighborhood.
the fuck? How dare you?
Here's the reveal.
Tell me something. Has anyone ever told you you're a bitch? Anyway, the Spaniard asshole took something from the jazz master. Go fetch it for me.
Done.
Done? What do you mean, done?
I have it.
That's ridiculous. Not even I'm that fast. And what is this? What the fuck is he doing here?
Why? You into him? You think he's sexy?
You're a goddamn riot. You want to know what else is funny? Check this out.
Fucking hung up on me.
Jesus Christ, the fucking...
What's the...
You think he's sexy?
I remember the first time I saw that. I loved the whole like he fucking hung up on me.
Right, we've got two more. Is next one?
Say, hello dear. It was right. Yeah, I'm just my dog. Yeah. Right, ever snail I had no. And then me. Oh, had the snail. I must.
Up.
I'm gonna let you guys go first. I know what this is.
That's the cowgirl thing.
It's that cowgirl thing.
No. Yeah, no. I'm mixing things up in my head. Never mind. Yeah. Anybody else? It's a cow. I'm confused.
Yep, you're right.
I'm
Hey, hello dear. It was right. Yeah, I'm just my dog. Yeah. Right, ever snail I had no. And then me. Oh, had the snail. Answer the phone.
It's a cowgirl thing. The
Carmen is
extremely
shaken,
terrified
not
cowgirl.
stirred.
It's the adventure of the extremely terrified cowgirl, and it's like, are you gonna answer that? Kind of a thing.
Here's the reveal.
Somebody answer that phone. Give me a minute. What the hell? Answer it. I'm getting there. My God, pick the damn thing up. I am. Do it. Are you doing it? Yes.
Shayla yelling at herself.
All right, here's the last one.
No answer. Oh, it's up. I talk. You don't free the choice.
You sure it was. Yeah. Snare from under it.
Snap me, Willie Rouse.
I mean, lose my house.
I am sick of it.
Well,
It's not a revelation.
I know what this is. Wow.
Play it one more time.
No answer. Oh, it's up.
I talk. You don't free the choice. You sure was. Yeah. Snare from under it.
Snap me, Willie Rouse.
I mean, lose my house.
I am sick of it.
Well,
I feel like I should know this. I feel like I should know this.
Snarf.
I don't. No, I don't. But I feel like I should.
You cut it
don't
out like
know.
at the right part because I didn't want to hear that other part backwards.
Tell us. Jess, tell us.
You guys don't know?
No. You gotta
No
tell
one in
us.
the chat. It's
I recognize like all the voices, but I don't know.
Go on, Jazz.
It's the it's the Residence Reunion Halloween special.
Is it?
I just recognize the part where Jill's like running on the wall. Guess where I am? Do I have to?
There it is.
Oh.
Wow, Scott, you need to watch other shit than Duel. It's more funnier things than Duel. Anyway.
Wow.
There it is.
Hello?
Hey, Wesker, guess where I am?
Do I have to?
God
damn it.
You have really weird friends.
They're not my friends. Okay, so where is she?
Whoa, holy shit! Shit! What the hell?
Jill, can you fucking calm down? Get fucked!
Haha, Chris, I win. I fucking loved his delivery on that. He fucking
It was really good.
the bone crunching when she cracks his arm.
And that's gay.
I feel like if he had left more of it, you probably would have gotten it because it's right at the part where she starts choking on the wrapper.
That was already like 30 seconds. I was like, yeah, no, we're going to
Yeah,
cut this
it's
at some point.
At first, like I was confused until I heard that, and I was like, I know this, and then I heard the phone voice, and I was like, that's not Revelations. And then, yeah.
I couldn't place it. I felt like it.
No, you mean you didn't watch it? I'm kidding.
Well,
I watched this like a couple days ago.
Scott didn't fucking watch it.
It's not Duel.
I mean, no, it's not. All right, so we have. What all do we have left? Comments?
Gems?
Our dignity.
We can do. We can do
Heroes.
We have one more game.
Yay, Gem!
What other game has someone made?
It is a Carmen made it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I made a
Fucking
I gotta
grumpy
figure out how
ass Alec. Like, I don't have another
He's
game.
like,
Who
what
made the
else do we
game?"
have?
Alec is sleepy.
So it is a Ward Mad Gabs type of thing. Let's see if I can get it to do right this time.
Do it right.
So we're gonna start now. Oh,
Is that an
there we
answer?
go. Yes, that's a Ward Gabs.
Well,
Yeah, but you put an answer on the screen. So is
Yeah.
it Bubblegum Pieces and Love?
Oh, sorry.
wow.
I got it. Yay!
Good job.
God damn it.
I'm so good at this game.
Good job.
Bubblegum Pieces in Love. Okay, that's your freebie. That's how you do it. You spell it out. You sound it out. It's not exact. There may be extra words or extra letters in the next one. So question 2. I'm starting with question 2 now.
Are we?
Yes. What does it say?
It says Bubblegum
Bubblegum
Pieces and
Pieces
Love.
Love.
Yeah.
Well, I can see. Gosh damn, Mother Biscuit and goodness gracious, it's not working. You know what? All right, this is what we're gonna do. I thought we were playing. I thought that we were all. You know what? All right, I'm gonna share it again, and I'm gonna make it right.
Yeah, show the
Show
next
us
time.
answer too.
Okay, we're gonna do this again. Okay.
Okay.
Let's try it again. So now you're gonna have to bear with me because I gotta do silly biscuity things.
I'm a bear.
Are you guys seeing this?
I'm bearing with her.
Wow.
Are you seeing it?
Nope.
No.
No, mother fudging.
You have to
Mother-
share your screen and then Sean has to accept it.
Oh, I have to say. Oh, okay.
You just did it a second ago. There you go.
Holy mother of biscuits! Come on.
Be careful. You're going to get another answer.
Are we ready?
Are you ready?
It's Bubblegum Pieces in Love.
Good job.
Now, do you see this one?
Go woke, go broke.
Wow.
No, you got to sound it out.
Go woke. Oh.
There's no W. Oh, there is, but it's a
wow.
Anybody? You can sound it out out loud.
You have to give us a sec.
Oh.
Go Arab, Dragon Mo, so Black Arab.
Moira.
Go Arab Dragon.
Okay, go with that. I'm gonna give Jazz like a fifth of a point.
Wow.
Well, I got the end. I'm just trying to figure out the beginning.
Go.
Moira Birkin.
Grab.
This one.
Drag. Queen.
Dragging my balls.
You guys are gonna make me pee.
Gorab. Well, it's like grab.
I'm gonna pee.
Grab.
Grab. Okay, so Jazz has like 2/5 of a point.
Grab something, Moira.
Yes.
Is this a video game thing?
Go grab.
It is a video game thing.
Moira.
It's a quote. I think it's a quote because
Go
I
shoot
wrote this
Moira.
like in
Grab a gun. Grab a gun,
yes!
Moira.
Yes.
Grab a gun.
My goodness. Second one or third one.
Dear Tuna, pesos, seats, undo.
You guys are gonna make me pee.
Tortilla, pozos.
Totino's pizzas.
Okay, here's your hint. I'm gonna start heading to hints every single one. Okay, so this one has to do with the word in general.
Tear Tina Turner records in half.
Sound it out.
Wow, Scott.
I can't see what he's saying.
Whoa.
I don't know what the end is. I have the beginning, but I don't know what the end is.
All right, so tell us what you think the beginning is.
No, they can figure it out for themselves. I'm not here to do their job.
Why the hell not? I'm terrible at these.
Unseasoned.
I am dying over here.
Technical difficulties?
No.
Technical disabilities?
No.
Is it
Are you guys?
technical?
Do you give?
It's 13 episodes on season something.
Okay, you got most of it right. You got most of it right. What are we looking forward to, guys?
What
are we looking forward to, guys?
How is Tertina 13?
13 episodes.
Where's
13
the
episodes.
Tertina pesos. 13 episodes.
On season go.
You're very, very close. What are we looking forward to, guys?
And season 2?
Yes, there we go.
13 episodes.
13
episodes.
What are you
buying? Stranger.
Yes, I got one.
Okay.
What is your side quest?
Stranger.
Halo Funyuns.
Say it fast, Sean. Say it fast.
Halo Funyuns. Sounds delicious.
What's the first letter?
Hey.
I love Funyuns.
Hey. I will murder you.
I almost had him say it too.
See, Scott knows what's up. Totinos.
Nice own intel.
I forgot this one.
Mice own intel, sir.
I remember it now. I had to sound it out myself because I forgot what the answer was.
Nice in the sack.
That's a M as in Mary.
Mice in the sack.
No.
Oh, no.
Spell it out. Don't just guess. Spell it out.
Yeah, that's
AEYMOUSE.
I meant sound it out.
Public domain.
Demonetized.
Spell it. Sound it out.
MICE.
My sound intel, sir.
I am dying. I mean,
sound
sound it out.
sir.
My sound intel, sir.
My sound intel, sir.
Oh my god, you guys. Is anyone gonna sound it out?
Mice own intel, sir.
My Sony.
My Sony Dreamcast.
Tell me when you give.
My Sony. Telser.
My
Okay.
My
Say the
Sony is
last
next
part.
box.
Say the last part slowly. Say
Sir.
Tell me when you give.
My
Oops, I accidentally hit it.
I love
no,
onions.
Nailed it.
No, that's backwards.
Got it.
Not reverse
No,
remember anymore.
There we go.
What?
My show and tell is air.
My show.
I can
show and
read.
tell.
Apparently not. The first part is, a stroke. And then
Something about mice owning intel. I don't know.
My show and tell is air.
My show and tell, sir.
a sir.
A sir?
Okay, next one.
Fuck Rocky tits.
Fox Rocky tits full on chair.
Fuck my Rocky tits.
Is it Fox or foe?
It's foe.
Okay.
For Rocky tits under chair. Yeah. Hey, Rocky, look at those tits under the chair you got. Oh, right.
Tell me when you need a hint.
Tits full lawn chair.
Flan.
That lawn chair is full of tits. Wouldn't you say so, Rocky?
I'm over here dying.
Is this video game or What's this related to?
It's related to the Resident Evil franchise, and think about the last part of the game.
Well, which game?
Exactly.
Guys, which has tits in Resident Evil?
Resident Evil 6.
Oh yeah, it does.
The big tit monsters.
I have not played 6, so
plus there's Deborah.
For Rocky, Deborah, keep it out.
Fox Rocky, tits full lawn chair.
Mike,
look at it.
Say it fast. Say it fast.
I want to say it's launcher at the end of it.
Yes.
Rocket launcher. For rocket launcher, tits.
You're very close.
For rocket
launcher
launchers
that shoots tits at a lawn chair.
For rocket launcher.
But you're putting the word launcher at the beginning. It doesn't belong at the beginning.
I didn't put it at the beginning. I said 4 rocket launchers.
4 rocket tits.
Okay, but what about the tits?
What about the tits?
Are you
Rocky?
guys ready?
For its launcher.
4 rocket launchers that shoot tits. What do you want me
At
to
lawn
say?
chairs. We've got it. Let's move on.
Ada's like, Leon, use this, and she like tosses her fucking tits down at
What does
him.
that even mean? 4 rockets for launcher?
That's not a sentence.
The rocket launcher
Sentence at all.
takes 4 rockets.
I think I've
4
got the
rockets.
tits. That's difficult for me to say.
Yeah, where did the tits come in?
4 rocky tits. 4 rockets.
4
rockets.
Rocky has tits. We get it.
Question 8. Oops. Oh, sorry. Excuse me.
All the news is not good.
Damn.
Oh, wait, there was another question?
No, that was it.
No.
Okay.
Joke.
Is this German?
5 Gustasa Buran books.
Nine.
She has like the last part of it.
Books.
No, I mean you have like the last half of it.
Five Gustasa Buran books. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mikasa. No.
I think I spelled the first clue word wrong.
Wow.
Wow.
For useless the dog bucks.
That should be a currency. Useless the dog bucks.
Yeah, don't get Dogecoin anymore. It's useless the dog.
See, that cryptocurrency I would support.
Anybody trying to sound that one out?
For Costa la blue bucks.
Five Gustasa Buran books.
Why Costa la
Nope.
bucks.
I mean, Jazz
Is this a
has
line
half
from
of it.
Meganado?
Whether she knows it or not, Jazz has half of it.
It ends with brown books.
Okay, you're getting colder.
I think we're all having a stroke here, Scott. We're all
Do you give up?
stroking. You know what I mean?
Oh yes, I do.
Tell me when you give up.
No, we need a hint.
I gave up an hour
It
ago.
relates to the podcast. Remember when Alec was ready to move?
Will I get it?
You should get it.
Something brown
but, like,
box.
Yes.
Everything's
Take
in
your
my
brain
brown
back
box.
take your brain back to May or April, because I had this one prepared in April. And now it's January. It's
the beginning. There's a brown box. But what's the beginning?
All right. That'll give you the whole answer.
No, not from you.
Oh.
Fuck these boxes.
Fucking ass brown boxes.
Are you sounding it out?
Yeah. Are you?
Yes. But I don't need to because I have the answers because I thought it up.
My Mikasa brown box. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh. Maybe?
Are you guys ready?
I think we need to move. What?
Fifth guest is a brown box.
What does that mean?
The fifth guest on the podcast.
It's something that Alec literally said in the podcast in like April or May. Like April.
Oh, I'm supposed to remember that.
When you had all the podcasts with the pile of boxes behind you.
Carmen, next time go with
No. And
Yeah.
also
How do you
how
spell
spell
that?
Jeez.
Slurp.
Okay, very last one, guys.
fast pace shit on her. I'm
Say
sorry,
it
fast
faster.
pace shot on her.
I think you're having
Who
a
did
dyslexic
Pierce shit
moment.
on?
He sharted on.
Fast pace on.
Come on. Okay, now say it fast.
Fast pace shatter.
Okay, somebody without a British accent. Say it
Wow, racism.
Wow.
Fast piss on chatter.
Fast pace on chatter.
Okay.
Shout down.
So if
Shout
Alec
down.
realizes what he's saying, he has it. If he realizes what he's saying,
I don't know what I'm saying.
then just keep saying it faster and faster, I guess.
Scott
Wait,
claims
say
to have
the
it, but I don't know if I
bumper.
believe him.
Who says what now? This is
Wardcast,
only
is it
screen-
Wardcast or game related?
game related.
Like Resident Evil or game?
It's a genre.
Oh, first person shooter.
Sharter. First
Yeah, I
person
was not
sharter.
thinking that at all.
Swear, it's the game where
And
you're
that's
sharding, but in
it.
first
Wow.
person.
Thanks for playing well.
That's it, guys.
You guys
That
are
was the fun. And now I have to
didn't
figure out
see
how to
Nucky.
unshare. Hold on. I gotta unshare. Oh wait, no. I gotta unshare us.
You're good.
I
I've
know,
already
I-
removed it.
I need to speak more
Arse.
American, don't I?
Yeah, how dare you not be American?
Can
What the fuck?
you affect an American accent?
I
Shut up,
can.
Gareth.
Jazz is just like.
Canada. I'll be
Jill,
in my
nobody
corner
asked
over
you. Don't
there.
don't support this.
I
Don't
love
support
this.
this
Come
madness.
on. You guys, you couldn't
I
see me,
like
but I was over here
that
dying.
Game.
I was dying
All
laughing.
right, Alec. I'll leave it to you. We can go ahead and do the comments and wrap up, or we can wrap up now. I know you're
I
tired.
mean, we're already over anyway, so might as well just do the comments.
but I know Alex is
Then we'll be
sleepy
hitting
boy.
4 hours.
So
we
it's
will
up
be
to
hitting.
him.
Okay, let's do it quickly. Let's
Okay.
Okay.
You're a brave soldier.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
I was dying laughing. I just want to let you guys know. I was like
What was
choking
the
on my
wow?
own. Okay.
Vomit.
Bop it.
All right,
Is that a
Oh,
bee?
it's time for read your comments.
Read your
All right,
comments.
first
That is a
comment is
wasp.
the ghost comment.
Buddy, 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 buddy.
This ghost comment is from Duel Episode 7, Part 3. from 019287. I swear it's a phone number. Anyone's actually tried phoning that one?
It's all too many numbers.
That's a lot
Cool
of numbers.
buzz.
Buzz.
No. Yes, cool
They
buzz.
Buzz.
Is that buzz mobile?
Yes.
No, home.
Yes.
Dumbass.
Calling buzz mobile.
What is happening?
I don't know.
I think he's dialing 8.
Oh, you just set off a fucking like anthrax alarm.
465934.
Terrorist attack.
All right,
86753.
I tried calling the number. That's the commenter name thing. So and nothing. So the comment is.
Too many digits.
I'll do that. Comment is buzz. Or if we're playing Carmen's game.
Bad.
All right, question
Now
one.
say it faster.
All right, question one. Why did you make the bug monsters in Resident Evil 4 act like bees?
Because they're just stupid little insecty things, and
so bees.
They just buzz.
Buzz.
Fucking little annoying insects. I don't know. That's all I could think of to come. Like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with those things? They're giant fucking insect things flying around. What are they gonna do? Be like, "Hey, Leon, how's it going?"
That would be actually really funny.
God
Hey,
damn it.
Leon. I'm a big fly.
Do you like my wings?
Please don't sweat me.
I can also flap my penis to make it fly.
I eat poo and garbage.
It's my favorite.
Yeah,
Alright.
Can we be friends? Ah!
Ding.
Right, question two. Will future flying monsters do the same buzz thing?
Nah, that was a one-off thing.
Now
for
they're gonna
those
sound like Ray
specifically.
Romano.
Yeah. No.
Hey, Leon.
Leon, no.
No, I gotta do something different. I gotta stay creative.
Plus-
Can't recycle plus
plus,
can't
plus.
can't recycle the same shit.
Plus.
Plus, what other flying insects are there gonna be?
We don't know.
Do you mean outside it, like in general,
It'll
or
be a
just in
side
Duel?
quest.
Oh, it could be anything.
I don't know. We'll have to see where the wind blows.
Blows out your ass.
North,
Next
northwest.
comment.
Oh,
Next comment.
I'm like, why is he coughing like that?
I was like, was that the comment? First question.
Oh,
Buzz.
Google cool cough. Right, you ready?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, I'm never ready.
I'm ready.
Right,
I
comment
was
two.
born not ready.
I was born a baby.
From Duel Episode 7 Part 3, commenter Kevin Morales 4405. Comment is, I honestly never appreciated the presentation of this until now. He took the time to make a full ass intro and outro like a legit show.
Wow.
A lot of work, depth went into these.
Deaf.
Most deaf, like legit.
So, question one. How important is it to you to do an intro and outro for your videos?
You know, I kind of been having that internal struggle with myself if I should continue to do that, because like the reason I did that, because I was like the format of TV shows, like during the time when I made it, and you know, for the most part, you know, throughout the life of TV shows, they've always had like an opening and a closing and all that kind of shit. But like nowadays, that shit doesn't really exist anymore. So like continuing to do that format, I don't know that it really has a place or if it resonates right. Because like he said, it's like, oh yeah, you know, he put in the work to make it seem like legitimate and kind of stuff like that, and that was kind of the goal. But now it's like, is there even a place for it anymore?
Yes.
I like doing it. I enjoy it because it's kind of like a little, kind of music video thing, and I get to do my editing skills and play around with the footage and do something neat, and of course it shouts out the cast and everything like that. So I feel like there's a place for it and it's cool, but I don't know if I'm in the minority there, or I don't know. What do you guys think?
Do it anyway. More, please. Thank you.
I quite like making intros, and the outros are, well, for me, it's always just fuck up lines. So yeah.
Outros, I would ordinarily like skip past, or like intros have a place for me. Like they get you hyped about the show, but like if you're in a binge, or even if whether you like the show a whole lot or if you don't care for the show, by the time you're at the end, you're like, next, whether it's next in the series or next, let me go somewhere else. Like intros are really make me really excited, and I rarely ever skip them, and I want to watch them. And with the music that was done, like I hear it in my head, like I liked it a whole heckin' lot. The original instrumental with the, and just that last little note with the like snatching up of the bear key or whatever, and it has a place in my memory. But I promise you, I can't really remember the outro right now, and I usually skip them if it's any other show or thing. I'm done with the by the end. I'm done.
Yeah,
but more, please. Thank you.
It's interesting too, because like in terms of like the outro has more of a place, I feel like, because it's there to give credits, right? It's there to be like, okay, this is what the music was, because people clearly care about that because they ask for it all the goddamn time. So like the credits have a place of like, the people that are involved, and seeing who did what and what is the music and what was put into the episode. And I try to make an outro that's entertaining to keep people around to watch it, so it's kind of a little bit entertaining, but you're also getting that information as well. So I feel like it has more of a purpose, but nobody wants to see it. For the opening, though, like the opening's always a struggle, because like the reasons that I mentioned before in terms of, is it relevant, but also like what does it need to be? Because you have people that are like, oh, it's too long, and then I shorten it and it's too short, or I try to mix it up. I'll do a different variation of the song, and they don't want that version of the song, they want the old version of the song. It's like really complex. So it's like, where do you fall? Do you try to be innovative and change things up? Should it be short so that people can get into the content? If it's too long, like you make something long and entertaining, but then it's too long, it's hard to know where to land.
Network shows deal with that also, though, because you'll have people who, like, you have a long running show and people be like, I like the first season intro, and other people like, no, I like the 7th season intro better, or whatever,
7.
Yeah. But like, I understand that the outro is necessary, but I think that it can be just like nice and simple and basic for the necessary information to be there, and you can watch it if you want. But like the beginning is like a little mini musical, a little mini music video. Like it hypes you, it makes you like, ooh, like yeah, like it gets you ready for the show. And I think that's the purpose that it serves.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to say, when I was doing Life is Stupid, the la 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 la, that was never going to be part of the whole thing. It was a last minute thing I found on YouTube thing, audio library. I just stuck it in because it sounds stupid. But but it's one of them things that gets remembered about a thing is la 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 la. So I was like, all right, now I'm gonna keep it. But it's so fucking long.
Yeah, one of my favorite intros is actually Irrelevations. I really like how that one came together, and every time I watch it, like I want to watch the opening.
I feel so blessed.
So blessed. But yeah,
all of my skills of asking someone to do it came in handy that day.
Wow. So how about with episode 13, what did you guys think of that closing? Was that entertaining enough to keep
remember it.
people around? See, and it's like, yeah, it's either it's not memorable or it's so distracting that you don't it doesn't even serve its purpose, because you can do it with like you can do outtakes like you mentioned, Alec, where you know people probably aren't paying attention to what's on screen other than like the outtakes. Or it's just like when I had the Leon dancing thing and I kind of music videoified it. Like either people didn't watch it or they probably didn't even look at the credits because they were watching the dumb shit on screen. So it's just it's weird. It's a weird thing.
I like the song because it actually is my alarm tone to wake up. So I wake up to and then Sasha's singing. So it's like, oh, okay, time to wake up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The question 2 regarding that is, did you think the intro was too long?
Which one? Episode 7?
7.
I like the original Forever.
What even was 7? I don't think I started the new intro until like 11, maybe 10.
I mean, you had the Base Hunter once upon a time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've had so many. I want to say I've had like 6 different intros, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
But like
so which one?
I was really thinking of the one the dun 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 the Carrot Works one. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
That's kind of
That was my
interesting.
favorite
Scott
forever.
says, was there a stinger at the end of dual credits? Maybe I should start doing that. I'll do the Marvel effect. We'll do the credits and then we'll have something at the end. Andrew did that with RCS.
And the Residents.
Yeah.
What is a stinger?
That's where you have like an end, like a little bonus scene at the end of the credits.
If you stay in
I
the
love
theater
those.
for an extra 2 minutes, you see an extra clip.
Oh, I love those. Those are so much fun.
All right,
It's a little, yeah.
Let's do the last comment.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah.
Comment.
Yeah.
Got it in your head, didn't you?
It was in my head before.
All right, this is from blah blah woof woof 12.
12. Because there were 11 others before.
Yeah. The comment is the dangers of too much candy. Question 1. What's the worst experience you've had from eating too much candy? Everyone can answer that one.
I don't think I've ever had a bad experience from eating too much candy. Granted, I've never gone like off the fucking rails and like eaten stupid amounts.
Same. I've never like thrown up or had any weird stuff. Well, but I just have a sugar issue. If I eat too much sugar at once, I get a headache, and it's not a fun time. But it's not like, oh, wild and crazy, like I was barfing rainbows or anything. It's just a blood sugar thing and a headache, and I can't eat frosting for the same reason, because it makes my head hurt.
Jazz.
No rainbows.
When I was younger, we bought those Harry Potter jelly beans, and I had one that was flavored of earwax, and I really needed to throw up after that.
Wow. I'm sorry. It's funny.
Yeah.
You needed to, or you did?
I felt like I need to. I don't remember if I did. I might have, but it was just like, yeah.
Well, other than that, that hot jelly bean I had like 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
You were poisoned.
Yeah.
Oh, and any cinnamon hearts, always a fucking terrible experience.
I was sick for like 2 days straight, just kept continuously vomiting after having chocolate muffins. I had like 4 chocolate muffins, and I was like, and yeah, I was sick.
The muffins were bad, or you just had too many muffins?
I just had too many muffins, I think. So,
haven't you ever had too many muffins?
Actually, if you're gonna count muffins as candy, in my 20s, I I made a batch of muffins, and then I had like one of those. It's like it's like a little injector thing when you have like cough syrup for animals or something. Like it's just like the tube. There's no needle, like a plunger. I had one of those, and I used it to put rum in the muffins after baking them.
Oh my god,
They're so nasty.
That sounds gross.
They were so soggy, but I didn't tell anyone.
My family makes rum balls, and they're delicious. And you eat like 3 of them, and you feel tipsy. But it's not wild. It's just
Rum
like it's good.
muffins.
It's a good time.
All right, question 2. Is there any candy that you hate?
Yes.
Yes.
What is it?
Black licorice.
Red Twizzlers.
Black licorice.
I love black
is
licorice. I
gross.
hate red licorice, but I love black licorice.
I don't like
The only
caramels
thing-
because they hurt my teeth now.
I love caramel
There's
because they're
there's
delicious.
like a coconut candy. What?
I don't like
can't remember
chocolate.
what it's called. What is it?
Bounty.
The quicker picker upper.
Bounty? No, Mounds.
I was
I think
gonna
is what it
say-
is. Maybe I don't know.
Mounds or
It's probably
Almond Joy?
called something different over there, but yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I don't like coconut,
Sometimes
so
you
I'm gonna
feel like a
say
nut.
that's no bueno for me.
I don't like chocolate, and
You said cinnamon hearts.
anything
I don't like
orange
chocolate,
flavor.
and that's all.
And I
You said
fucking hate
cinnamon
cinnamon
hearts?
hearts. Yeah, I can't do
So-
cinnamon hearts.
So don't buy you a chocolate orange.
They're hot and they're gross.
I'm not
I
a big
don't
fan
like-
of cinnamon either. Blah.
I don't like candy with fruit in it, so if it's got raisins and shit, and I'm like, no.
I don't like raisins either.
Raisins are just stupid.
All right, last question.
Raisins are stupid.
Raisin? Ah, stupid. Oh my god, raisin.
There's a raisin behind me, isn't there?
A California raisin. He's like breathing down your neck. Yeah.
All right, last question. Is there any candy that you wish you had, but you can't have it for some reason?
Anything with alcohol. I just want alcohol.
Wow. I like that none of these questions had to do with the actual video.
Candy.
The dangers of too much candy. Come on, the first question. Will you eat too
Candy
much?
that I
Yeah, but she didn't eat
can't-
too much candy. She choked on the wrapper.
Yeah.
Who?
Jill.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I'm
I'm
thinking real life.
trying to think of candy that I had that I can't just get. Oh, well, I know like every time we went to this faux restaurant, I don't even remember where the restaurant is because I never drove myself there. But they always had this jar with like these coffee candies, these hard candies that are coffee. And
Are
I
they
fucking
Nips?
love those, but I don't know what they were. They're from they're from an Asian markets. But every time I go to the Asian market, I don't know what I'm looking for. And it's never this, like I found a couple of them, but they're never the same. And they're always like gross. They're not as good. So like, I wish I could find those, but
Well, the candy that I miss is actually on a picture of it. So it's Dairy Milk shortcake biscuit. I love that shit. And they stopped making it. And I'm still reading the effects of
I
it.
can tell you what I don't want. That fucking Marmite Easter egg. Is that real?
Yeah.
I want it.
Oh,
I want it.
I'm still trying to recover from the fucking Marmite that was sent to me last time. That's in the video that I haven't posted yet. But yeah, it was
decided-
it was gross. I didn't think Marmite could get any more gross than I had experienced before, but I was wrong.
I tried Marmite and I loved it, and then I tried Vegemite and I've converted to Vegemite instead of Marmite.
is that vegetarian Marmite?
Marmite itself is vegetarian too, I think.
So why is the other one
God.
called Vegemite?
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Because it's made from, I don't know.
If I could say like right now, I wish I had a specific kind of
things.
candy, but it's not something I can't get. I just have to go and buy it, and that would just be maple candies because I fucking love maple candies.
Oh,
let's
I got
read
one.
your Gumcoms. Go on then.
I got one.
Read your com. Wait, you have
I
it?
had one.
What?
It-
Well, I
it
don't
was
have an
set out.
image. You
Do you
didn't
guys
send
do-
me. You didn't send me a thingamabobber.
No, not a comment.
Candy.
A candy.
Oh,
Do you guys remember Brock's? They're like taffy chews or whatever, but you remember Brock's in the grocery stores in the like 80s and 90s? they would have like bins of Brock's candies, and you just get the little individual ones, and there were maple flavored ones, but they don't exist anymore, or they're hard to come by, and they were the yummiest.
It's funny, I never made that connection. Like, yeah, grocery stores used to always have those like big candy displays where you'd like fill up a bag and they'd sell it by the pound, and they just faded away.
We still have them.
Yeah, we still have them. Yeah.
Well, I guess
it must be America.
Not cool anymore.
Americans got too fat. That's why.
Steal.
America's great. We're just better.
High
five, Alec. Come on, high five, Alec.
I got.
Wow, you hit her. I have to reiterate Scott's thing there. Upside down Marmite with vaguely more racism. That made me laugh.
Oh, what episode has it been, Sean?
3,407.
Was it 185? Because I think it was 185.
How dare you steal my thunder? This has been episode 185 plus. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoyed the podcast or any of the content at the Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can also support us through patreon.com/thewardproductions to get exclusive content, or buy merchandise like t-shirts, hats, and more on our website, the-ward.com/shop. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Trying to point to each of you, but it's all confusing.
Fucking wrong.